This period is brought to you by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms fries. Cette période de hockey est une présentation des fermes Cavendish. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec des frites Les Fermes Cavendish.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. We'll send it over to the ceremony of puck chop and national anthem.
Chef médaillé d'or olympique de l'équipe nationale canadienne féminine de hockey sur glace. Monsieur Troy Ryan pour la mise au jeu protocolaire.
Would the team captains please join us at center ice? Thank you, Cody and Troy.
Merci, Cody and Troy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please remove your hats and rise if you're able. And welcome to perform our national anthem, former Acadia graduate and Annapolis Valley singer-songwriter, Sarah Pound.
So it's the Patriots and the Golden Bears. And let's introduce you to tonight's starting goaltenders, brought to you by FanSaves. And for 12 of the year, they'll go at number 80, Alexis Gravel. He has been absolutely outstanding this season. The freshman from Montbesto, Quebec. He will back the Patriots. And down the other end, for the Golden Bears, they'll go at number 1, Taz Berman from Vancouver, BC. This junior has been outstanding in this tournament. And your goaltenders, brought to you by FanSaves.
Well, the goaltending matchup is going to be one to watch here tonight, as Gravel and Berman have both been excellent in this tournament. And they're going to have to continue that brilliance in this game if they want to take a gold medal back home.
And the referees for tonight, it's a split crew. Jonathan Landreau from the AUS, Mark Pierce from the Canada West. The two linesmen are John McDonnell and Kevin Fisher from the AUS. And we are underway here at Andrew McCain Arena. Patriots control off the face-off. Hemmed in is Cheyenne. He's get pinned up against the boards. Polonchuk, he'll move it quickly. The Phil. Here's Noah Phil. He'll put on the brakes. Phil will fire. That's off the foot of Levelier. Louis Levelier trying to move the puck. And Fontaine hounding him. Here's Plouffe at the point. Plouffe redirected. That didn't miss by much, as Polonchuk was able to get a stick on it. And that'll be sent down the other way. Here's Plouffe.
Good early chance there for Alberta.
Plouffe now. He'll bring it over the line. He'll send it towards the net, and that's easily handled by Gravel. as the Patriots punching their ticket here, the #3 team in the nation, the OUA champions, Drew. They were impressive as they ran through the OUA to get here.
I think this is a team that's going to play with a chip on their shoulder because all they've heard since they got here is how good the University of Alberta is, how good UNB was. Not a lot of love being given to Trois-Rivières during this at the beginning of this tournament. Well, look where they are now, and they've got a lot to prove.
Opportunity to get trophy number 5 in 7 appearances for Trois-Rivières. Marc-Etienne Hébert, the head man for Trois-Rivières. He won it twice as a player in 2001 and 2003. Big hit there at the line. As Boivin will go back to get it. He's hounded by Florchuk. Florchuk was outstanding in the semifinal. He got 2 goals for the Golden Bears. That Rocket's knocked down, and Bergeron will bring it through. Here's Philippe Côté. He's rubbed out along the wall by Plouffe. Cycling up the wall, trying to get it out was McLeod. Hayden will play it back. He'll go off on a change. Now the Golden Bears will break out. Ladigan, he'll bring it over the line. Ladigan fires, and Gravel calmly at the top of the blue paint will snatch it out of the sky.
Well, you certainly looked at the physicality of this game is going to be a key, and there's a good example right there as Côté wallpapers Plouffe of the Alberta Golden Bears, and we're going to see a lot of that, I think, tonight as both teams look to jockey for position and establish some type of flow in this hockey game.
Louis-Philippe Côté, the freshman from Laurier Station, Quebec, providing the physicality early in this one. Smith will take the draw. Patterson gets kicked out of the circle. Great crowd on hand here at Andrew H. McCain Arena for this gold medal game.
Hottest ticket in town, as they say.
Boucher quickly moves it. Lepage, he'll send it through the neutral zone. Levine, he'll chase after it. The captain of the Patriots. That'll be sent down the ice. The Smith will knock it down. He'll chase after it, and it looked like they were just a half a step ahead of the play was Ladigan. And the Alberta Golden Bears, Ian Herbers, the head man of the Golden Bears, took over in May of 2012 after a 3-year tenure as an assistant coach with the Edmonton Oilers. He returns to the Golden Bears. Played for the Golden Bears as well. He was a top defenseman and won the Canada West Defenseman of the Year as a player. Over the 4 years under Herbers, he has won 4 Canada West championships, as well as 2 David Johnston University Cups in 2014 and 2005, back-to-back.
That is a very well-decorated resume that Mr. Herbers has.
Yes, outstanding. As you look through it, just doing the research and talking to these coaches and these programs, well decorated on both sides. And all 8 teams that represented their conferences, their coaching staff, their programs are well known throughout the country.
Well, you don't get to the national tournament if you don't have some level of depth at all levels of your organization. That includes behind the bench.
Hughes will get kicked out of the draw. Protests a little bit, but Volkin will step in there. Volkin wins it. Back to the point. Davidson, he'll shoot it in. Dawson Davison, he scored a huge goal in that semifinal. Kershenko, Clayton Kershenko, the captain of the Golden Bears. He's had an outstanding tournament as well.
One of the best players in this tournament of any team.
Canada West Defensive Player of the Year is Kershenko. Volkan, he'll hold it in line. Look out on Prizo. He blows a tire there, trying to wheel back towards the net. Here's Lauzon. LaFrance, he'll try to drop it off. That's intercepted. Hughes overskated it. It'll send it through the neutral zone. And they'll make a full line change here, as Bergeron will go back to get it. Boivin now. He'll play catch to Bergeron. Bergeron will wait. He'll send it up the boards to Chillon. Chillon will chip and chase. Fontaine will shut that down. He'll try to knock him off the puck. Now McLeod's there trying to dig it out. McLeod, he'll send it around the boards to his team partner, Jarrett Frederick. That's sent through the neutral zone and slapped right back down there by the Patriots.
Cote in there laying the body once again.
Backhanded through the neutral zone. Paul and Chuck try to settle it. He'll chase after it. Boy Van will check him to the ice. Paul and Chuck will get back up. Here's McLeod. He'll whip it over. Plouffe can't get it through. Good block there. Dangerous play in front of Gravel as Bergeron tried to move it out of the zone. Behind the net, that's through the blue paint as Fontaine goes crashing in to the net. Big hit at the line there by Plouffe on Philippe Cote.
Well, this time it's Cote absorbing a hit. He's been the one doling them out so far.
Golden Bears will come back the other way now. Hayden, he'll take it off the wall. He'll chip it down low. Prokop, he's pinned up against the boards. He'll give chase. Garneau will move it. Patriots will get it out of the zone. He'll chip and chase. Garneau, he's rubbed out along the wall by Lacusta. Quickly move. Hayden gets it quickly to Prokop. Here's Prokop. He'll shoot it in. He'll chase after it. He'll get there. He'll throw Italien into the boards. And the Patriots will relieve the pressure and throw it through the neutral zone. Krashenko with the shoot in. Florchuk's there. He tried to throw it to the net. That's knocked down. Loizon, he'll sidestep that check by Smith. Patriots now, they'll relieve the pressure once again. Tessier puts on the brakes. Ladigan trying to chase him down. And Loizon, he'll move away and get away from Smith. Stretch pass there, that's off the stick of Boucher. They'll chase after it. Tessier, he'll try to tie up Krashenko along the wall. And Davison will dig it out. Here's Davidson. He'll bring it up, throw it up the wall. Out of the reach of Smith, and Levier puts it right on net. Davidson once again with the clearing attempt. That'll go through the neutral zone. Look out, here's Patterson. He'll grab it. Patterson, he'll shovel it down low. Noel finishes his check. And now Ladigan will try to gather. He'll lose it, and Levier will come back the other way. Levier, he is brought down at the line by McLeod. McLeod loses his stick, and that's backhanded down into the Golden Bears zone. Volcan, stretch pass. Volcan brings it over. He'll put on the brakes. He'll send it down low into Prizu. Hughes will send it behind the net. Volcan trying to walk out in front. That's denied, and back the other way come the Patriots. That's flipped down, and LaFrance, he'll cancel the icing, and he'll try to fight off Lacusta.
Great hustle by LaFrance to eliminate the icing.
Back to the point to Bergeron, and that hits Cheyenne. And Martel had a good chance there, but he couldn't get it on net. Boivin, he'll pound that flap shot on net, and a shooting gallery opens up in the Golden Bears zone. A couple nice saves there by Taz Berman. He kicked out the left pad and the right pad. Back the other way comes the Golden Bears. Toe drag, nice move. High above the net. The lively Boars comes right out in front. Noah Philp, what a run by Noah Philp to the net.
Wow, that would have been an absolute highlight reel goal if he had scored.
Noel now, he'll pin Krashenko up to the boards. Krashenko, he'll try to pin it against the dasher boards. Referee's trying to instruct him to move it along, and it's finally froze. So we'll step aside. We'll be back. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
Kabam.
Every kitchen is a restaurant. Ish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. Gold medal match between the Patriots and the Golden Bears, scoreless here, and it's been back and forth through, and it's these two teams kind of feeling each other out as they haven't played against each other this season, and they're just trying to see where they can get in those lanes and how they can maneuver in the neutral zone. Up to this point, there's been a lot of big hits in between the two blue lines.
Absolutely. Physicality has been at the top of the board for both of these clubs early on, and we've seen Louis-Philippe Côté throw a couple of hits himself, and he absorbed a couple as well. So obviously the energy in the building is high, and both of these clubs looking to establish some sort of a dominance, at least physically.
So Loison will take the draw for the Patriots. Forte for the Golden Bears. Last few instructions here for both of these men. Scramble. The Fronts try to dig it out. Martel will send it back to Levellier. Levellier redirected as the Fronts couldn't get it on net. That was a nice play off the face-off for the Patriots.
Well, both teams have clearly said they want to start deflecting pucks in front of the other goaltender, as both clubs have tried deflection plays early in this game.
Philp will send it down low. Palinchuk. Shoots, he scores! Beautiful play as Matt Fontaine, will put the Golden Bears on the board, and that was a slow development play, Drew, but Fontaine is able to deposit the first goal in this hockey game.
Well, it's a nifty pass from behind the goal line as Gravel is unaware of where the puck is. It's in behind the goal. He's down early, and Fontaine just kind of throws it right at the net, and it gets past Gravel. And it was a nice play there by Palinchuk to set up the play. And we've got ourselves an early 1-0 Alberta lead.
Fontaine was quoted for being one of the older guys. They had to play an even keel game and take look at a lot of film and take care of the things that they can control. And right there, that was a play by a veteran, able to deposit that puck behind Gravel. So the Patriots looking for an answer here. That's out of the stretch stick of Bergeron. He can't get to it. He'll go to the bench on a change. Boivin will pick it up now. Forecheck on the forecheck, that is. Patriots will come back the other way. That's sent the other way. Tessier will pick it up. Here's Tessier. Tessier with the stretch pass for Garneau. That's picked off. Garneau with a couple chances there. Smith now. He'll shoot it in. Latican with a good chance there off the lively kick plate. And we've been seeing this all week long. True.
Yes, we have. The puck just bouncing off the boards as little dump in there by Smith, and Latigan right off the boards, sort of a one-timer setup, and good on Alexis Gravel to be in the right spot at the right time to make the save.
You have to be alert here at the Andrew H. McCain Arena of these backboards and kick play.
And teams have taken notice of that, and they start seeing some of these games, teams trying to make plays based off the boards.
Full advantage, as Kevin Gersoy was the beneficiary of the second fastest goal in these championships in 17 seconds in the first game. Prizu now. Vulcan can't get it to the net. Patriots now will try to get it out. Vulcan. Hughes had his stick lifted. Good. Hughes stole it and sent it back to Kershenko, and Kershenko can't hold it in. And they'll do a reset. Davidson Austin Davison taking his time over to Clayton Kershenko. That's knocked down by Vulcan. Here's Jordan Martell. He's rubbed out by Kershenko. Levelier will help out. And we'll have a whistle here.
First penalty of the game.
And let's see what it is. It's the interference call, and it's going to go to Loison.
Levelier is going to go. No, you're correct. It is Loison, my mistake. And so Alberta, what a chance here, up by 1 already, halfway through period number 1. And a chance to go up 2.
So the Patriots, big moment here for them, try to fight off this lethal power play by the Golden Bears. Gravel juggled, pucks loose in front. And Gravel able to make the save. And this power play is presented by Independent Grocers.
Gravel had to be careful there. He made the initial stop, and on the rebound, just Golden Bears all around as he was able to stretch out the pad and make sure that puck didn't get past him.
Rebound control is going to be very important tonight for both of these goaltenders. Here's Hood. He'll send it down. It's off the back of his teammate. They'll get it out. Levine, he'll chase after it. Good penalty killing here by the captain, Levine. Here's Fontaine. He'll send it back to Kershenko. Kershenko will take his time to Fontaine. Fontaine will bring it over the line. He'll leave it there for Phil. Back to Kershenko. They'll play catch. Phil will walk in. Cross-ice pass. That whistles through the blue paint. That's Fontaine. Had his eyes on the far side. There's Phil. Phil walks up. Phil fires. Puck's loose. Garneau tried to send it out. And Kershenko will knock it down. Paul and Chuck able to save it at the line. Philp now. Noah Philp. Want to walk up off the wall. He'll send it over to Fontaine. Frederick. He'll throw it through the blue paint. Back to the point to Fontaine. Quickly over to Frederick. Fontaine now to Frederick. Paul and Chuck in the slot. Frederick gets it back. 34 seconds remaining in the power play.
Yeah,
Frederick will walk the line. Phil, one-timer scores, and that's Smith. Golden Bears go up 2-0, tic-tac-toe. And just like that, if you play with fire, you will get burned. And the Golden Bears just showed you why they are lethal on the power play.
Luke Smith at the tip of the crease, the recipient of a beautiful feed here, as Philp just sends that tape to tape. That is precision passing. And Philp, great feed. And Luke Smith, all he had to do was put a stick on the ice and redirect it into the empty cage to make it 2-0.
8:29 remaining here in the opening period. And the dominance is showing up right now by the #1 team in the nation. They are showing it on all facets right now, Drew.
You are correct, and one of the things,
here's a chance for Martell. He shoots, he scores! So just as I said it, Jordan Martell puts the tape on my mouth and says, I'm going to cut it to 1.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Jordan Martell gets the Trois-Rivières Patriots back in this game. It was kind of a nothing-looking play, but he gets in behind the D, and that's a snapshot on the far side. And good speed there by Martell. And that shot, Berman, I don't think was quite ready for that because he got it off so quickly. But that is as good of a response as one could ever hope if you were Trois-Rivières. So this game still has a long ways to go.
7 seconds to be exact. Jordan Martell deposits that goal past Berman. As things look like they were about to come undone here in the opening frame. For the Patriots, they have life now. Back to the point to Bernier. Bernier, he'll throw it on net. Didn't miss by much. That's high off the glass and out. And Boivin will go back to gather it. Over to Bernier. Bernier will bank it off the boards to nobody. That's turned over, and Plouffe will give it up to Florchuk. And Florchuk is Sent hard into the boards. He'll absorb that check from Boivin. Rizzo, he'll put on the brakes. Draws a couple defenders. He'll keep it in. Cheyenne will try to move him off the puck. And Levine will send it down, and he'll go off on a change. Loof now. Loof. Send it over to Lacusta. Here's Hughes. Hughes now. Hughes to Vulcan. Nolan Vulcan. He'll try to move the puck back to the point. And that's sent out. And Kershenko will send it over to Davison. Davison back over to Kershenko. Davison will get it back. Davison will come through the neutral zone. He'll skate past Marcotti, but he was stood up at the line by Lepage. Tessier up to Boucher. He'll clear the zone, and Hughes will send it back to Kershenko. Davison now. He's tripped up by Boucher. He'll throw it over to Vulcan. That's out of his reach. Sent right back down by Lepage. Marcotti will chase after it. Here's Kershenko. Stretch pass to Patterson. He'll tap it along to Smith. Smith now giving chase. Smith had it, lost it. Levellier will move it. And Italien will get it out. Here's Levellier. Levellier stick handles and brings it over the line. Sharp angle shot, and look out. Going hard into the boards was Jordan Martel. He'll get back up and try to get back into the play. Back the other way. Latigan is upended. LaFrance fanned on that shot, that clearing attempt, and McLeod will send it in. Look out.
Oh my goodness, that was
tricky bounce, and that almost fooled Gravel.
Talk about the active boards.
Levellier, he'll get away from that check, and the Patriots will come back the other way. That's chipped in, and Loison will chase after it. Loison to Levine in the corner. They'll send it back to Boivin. Quickly over to Bergeron. Bergeron on net. That's wide of the mark, and that almost bounced out in front. Bergeron, he'll hold it in. He'll send it down low to Loison. Loison, he'll get away from Plouffe. That's off of Plouffe's stick, and they'll clear the zone.
This is just an unreal pace that these two teams are putting in right now, with just under 5 minutes left already.
Kershenko, he'll leave it there for Prokop. Prokop, he'll spin away from Garneau. Hayden, quickly to Prokop. He'll spin, look out, Lepage wallpapers him. That'll be sent down to the Golden Bears zone. And Kershenko will send it up the wall. Hayden can't get there. He wins that battle. He'll send it along. Florchuk will send it up to Prokop. There's Josh Prokop. He'll put on the brakes. He'll send it towards the net. And Gravel will make the save. We'll step aside, but stay with us. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. The Alberta Golden Bears leading this one 2-1 over the Patriots. As it's been back and forth alongside Drew McConnell, Vince Williams on hand, and a great crowd on hand here at the Andrew H. McCain Arena for this gold medal game. It's a good look at the captain, Clayton Kershenko. He logs a lot of minutes for the Golden Bears, Drew.
Yes, he does. He's been one of their most, just one of their best players in this tournament, one of their most consistent players. Always puts in a significant effort anytime he's out there, and he's always noticeable. He plays a lot of minutes, as you said.
The senior from Sherwood Park, Alberta. First team All-Canadian. Former Medicine Hat Tiger in the WHL. Patriots win the draw. They'll shovel it into the zone. Davison now. He'll get there first. He'll leave it there for Kershenko. He'll send it up the wall, and that's played through. Look out. Davison gets there first. He tried to send it over.
Davidson looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Did you see?
That almost developed in the 2-on-1 as Pollinchuk went to the net. Fontaine, he'll leave it there for Pollinchuk. Pollinchuk will play it down low. Kershenko winds, and that knocks down Garneau, and that's got to sting. Garneau slow to get back up to his skates, and he's hobbling right now. Fontaine, Pollinchuk, great save there by Gravel.
He fought it off with the hand, with the glove side.
Garneau will send it down, and he'll go off. There's Kershenko. Kershenko will wait. Slick move there. Up to McLeod. White McLeod with the shoot in. Prizo will give chase. Noel will get there first. Good forecheck there by Prizo. He forces the turnover, but it's sent through the neutral zone. And now Jordan Martell will chase after it, as Berman had to come out in his net to play the puck. That's quickly up to Hughes. Hughes over the line to Volkin. Volkin fires. Puck is juggled, and Gravel held on it just enough to get the whistle.
Yes, fortunate for Gravel that the whistle was blown when it was, because that puck wasn't quite secure.
We'll step aside. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. This period is brought to you by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms fries. Cette période de hockey est une présentation des fermes Cavendish. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec des frites des fermes Cavendish.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia, as the Golden Bears lead this one 2-1. Face off to the right of Alexi Gravel alongside Drew McConnell. Vince Williams on hand.
We've been treated to an entertaining one here in this first period.
We've had a little bit of everything in this first. Great skill, great goaltending, great forechecking.
Great hits. It's been a dandy.
Boivin. Bergeron, he'll clear the zone. McLeod will win that foot race. He'll send it up to Volkin. Vulcan absorbs that check by Cheyenne. And Vulcan. Cheyenne will win that battle along the wall. He'll send it in. Berman will touch it up and leave it there. And that's quickly moved. Flipped through the neutral zone by McLeod. Look out. Brizu was almost on the other end of that clearing attempt. Boucher, he'll bring it over the line, and just a half a step in front of the play was Levine. So
gotta be careful.
Remember, 2:03 remaining in the first period, Drew. 2-1 the score. Good look there by Plouffe. He's played outstanding in the back end. And the pairing for the Golden Bears has been outstanding throughout this tournament.
All their defensive pairings have just been phenomenal. I mean, great depth in the back end, and what we've been saying all tournament long, that's probably Alberta's greatest strength, is just the depth that they have on the blue line.
Patterson will send it back to Lacusta. Smith, he's rubbed out of the play by Lepage. Here comes Hood. That's tipped by Italien. Philippe Cote. He'll lose the puck. Smith will move it along to Ladigan. Ladigan up to Smith. Smith will bring it over the line. Look out, he sidestepped Lepage. And here comes Hood. Hood up to LaFrance, all by himself. Stick handles through Davison, waiting for reinforcements. That's sent back to the point. Levelgay hits a rocket, puck is loose. Couple nice saves there by Berman. Loic Levellier stepped into that slap shot. That'll be backed into the zone by Ladigan. He'll go off on a change. Orchak, he'll steal it from Levellier. Prokop trying to get it off of Levellier. Levellier trying to move it up and out. Here's Loison. He'll bank it off the boards, and he'll get the job done. That'll be an icing call.
Riviere with one of their better opportunities of the period, a big drive from the point. Berman makes the save, and Lausanne right there just trying to poke it in. Couldn't quite get the handle on it, but that was a pretty good effort there by Trois-Rivières, and they're going to need more of that as this game rolls on.
Fontaine will take the draw. Loison will take the draw for the Patriots. Loison will get kicked out of the draw. Garneau now will take it. Scramble, one. Back to the point. McLeod tried to find Polonchuk. He had his stick. Lifted by Martel. Shooting is knocked down. Levellier can't get it out. And they'll quickly move it up to Martel. Martel now. They'll cross center ice, he'll shovel it in, and they'll make a full line change. Here's Fontaine. He'll bring it through the neutral zone. Phil, he'll lose the handle. And that's sent right back down the ice as McLeod will get there first. McLeod, and that'll be the whistle. So, 20 minutes in the books. The Golden Bears lead us 2-1. We'll step aside. We'll be back with the first period intermission report. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
Behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Hey, you sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. 20 minutes in the books. The Golden Bears lead this one 2-1 over the Patriots. And standing by right now with us is Golden Bear number 17, Matt Fontaine. Matt, you talked about your leadership and how you guys needed to play an even-keeled game and make sure you take care of the things that you needed to take care of. What is the message to the younger players at this point and how they should be playing?
Yeah, I think just keep going. I thought we did some really good things that period, but at the same token, we have to clean up a little bit as well. So you just got to go back in the dressing room, kind of collect your thoughts, and get ready for the next one.
You got a goal in that first period. Take us through it.
Yeah, I think it was just Paul and Chuck behind the net. Won a battle low and threw it out in front, and I was lucky enough to get a stick on it and it went in. So I think we just got to keep doing what Paulie's doing and battling down low.
And what do you think you're going to see in the next 40 minutes from the Patriots in regards to trying to make adjustments on the fly?
Yeah, they're a fast team. They're a good team. I think we just got to stay on top of our little details and make sure that we're staying above the puck at all times. And yeah, just kind of go one shift at a time.
Thanks for this, Matt. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Matt Fontaine, goal scorer for the Golden Bears. They lead it 2-1, Drew, and it was an outstanding period for them.
Outstanding period altogether, and I can't wait to see what lays in store.
We'll be back. You're watching the 2022 University Cup here on CBC.
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Hey, you sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. The nominees for the 2022 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year and the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award are: voici les candidats pour le prix commémoratif du Père George Kehoe en tant que l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport. Les sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Chris Donnelly, Dalhousie University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Mike McParland, Nipissing University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Bert Gilling, Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du prix commémoratif du père George Keogh en tant que l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U-Sport est the winner of the 2022 Fox 40 U-Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year and the Father George Keogh Memorial Award is Chris Donnelly, Dalhousie University. The nominees for the Defenseman of the Year are, voici les candidats pour le défenseur de l'année U-Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Justin McPherson, St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nicholas Matanin, Université d'Ottawa, University of Ottawa. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Clayton Kershenko, University of Alberta. Le défenseur de l'année est, the U-Sports Defenseman of the Year is, Nicholas Matanin, l'Université d'Ottawa, University of Ottawa. The nominees for the Goaltender of the Year are, voici les candidats pour le gardien de l'année U-Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Riley Pickard, Dalhousie University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Luke Richardson, Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Ryland Toth, UBC. Le gardien de l'année est, the U-Sports Goaltender of the Year is, Ryland Toth, University of British Columbia. The nominees for the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Outstanding Men's Hockey Player of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée du sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan comme athlète de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, St. Francis Xavier University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nicholas Matanin, Université d'Ottawa, University of Ottawa. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne and from Canada West, Nolan Uremko, Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan décerné aux joueurs de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est, the winner of the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Player of the Year in men's hockey is, Nolan Uremko, Mount Royal University. The nominees for the Dr. Randy Gregg Award to the student who excels in hockey, academics, and community involvement are, les candidats pour le prix Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'excellence dans le hockey, les études et l'engagement communautaire sont, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matt Welsh, St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Kyle Bowlers, Rams Athletics. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Keaton Jameson, University of Manitoba. Le lauréat du prix Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'engagement communautaire est, the winner of the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for Community Service is, Kyle Bowlers, Rams Athletics. The nominees for the Claire Drake Trophy as the Rookie of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée Claire Drake comme recrue de l'année, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, St. Francis Xavier University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Holden Katsolet, Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Riley Sawchuk, Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée Claire Drake en tant que recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est, the winner of the Claire Drake Trophy as the U-Sports Rookie of the Year is, Liam Howell, St. Francis Xavier University.
Kitchen is a restaurant. Ish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Back in Wolfville, Nova Scotia, and here's the numbers after 20.
Yeah, Alberta leading in the shots department 12-5. It seemed like Trois-Rivières had some more chances, maybe not able to get them on net as proficiently as Alberta did in that period. Difference right now is the power play goal that Alberta was able to pot earlier on in the period. And face-offs, Trois-Rivières really dominating in that aspect of the game, so we'll see how it continues into the second.
Second period coming up. Stay with us.
Every kitchen is a restaurant. Ish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. we develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
This period is brought to you by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms fries. Cette période-là qui est une présentation des fermes Cavendish. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec des frites des fermes Cavendish.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. After 20 minutes, the Golden Bears lead it 2-1. Alongside Drew McConnell, Vince Williams on hand. And that first 20 minutes, if there's any indication what we had from the first, Drew, the next 20 should be even better.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes was an absolute barn burner of an affair. 3 goals, including a bounce-back goal 7 seconds after Alberta took a 2-0 lead, as Martel able to pot one for Trois-Rivières to get them back within 1, and we are set up for a dandy of the next 40 minutes.
Fontaine and Italien will take the draw. Patriots will start with the Italien line, and the Fontaine line, who deposit the first goal, will start for the Golden Bears. Here's Dawson Davison. He'll send it up. Fontaine now. He'll bring it over the line. He's got Philp with him. Fontaine splits the D. He takes a tumble. Gets quickly back up to his skates. And Boivin now. He'll spin away from Fontaine. He'll wait. And Fontaine will stare him down. Sends it through the neutral zone. That's backhanded in by Tessier, picked off, and Kershenko will work back the other way. Philp, here's Noah Philp. Philp walks up, he shoots, he scores! Just like that, Noah Philp puts the Golden Bears up by 2.
Wow. What a shot by Noah Philp as he comes in. Nice little play there by Fontaine to set up Philp on a mini 2-on-1, and that's just a perfect shot. As Gravel maybe a little deep in his net. Only 45 seconds into this period, Noah Philp goes right up over the glove of Gravel, and Alberta has regained a 2-goal lead.
Quick strike by the Golden Bears. Not sure what Ian Herbert said in that locker room during the intermission, but whatever he said, Noah Philp took to it and said, I'm going to do something about it.
Noah Philp. Assisted by number 17, Matt Fontaine. And number 4, Clayton Kershenko. Time of the goal, 45 seconds. Philp from Fontaine and Kershenko.
Custa and Fontaine will pick up a point. That's number 2 tonight for Matt Fontaine. Tricky shot as it was redirected, and Gravel had to be good there to hold on for the face-off.
That was a bit of a tricky shot from the line. It kind of dipped there almost towards the net, and Gravel had to be careful as he was able to track that one down and make the save. But you know what we just saw 45 seconds in, that is Alberta to a T. They just strike quick, and it's what has gotten them this far so far in this tournament.
Patriots trying to get it out. That's held in. Noel will let it go up to Boucher. He'll battle along the wall. Prokop will send it right back down. Here's Noel. He'll bank it over to Levelier. Levelier can't get it out. Good forecheck on this line by the Golden Bears. That's banked out of harm's way. Marcotti will give chase. Now the Golden Bears will get it out. Hood. He'll go back for it. He'll try to send it through the neutral zone to Marcotti. Gagnon. And that'll be an offside as Marcotti was ahead of the play, didn't wait for that puck to settle at the line.
And for Trois-Rivières, I mean, you don't want to panic here. It's a 2-goal deficit, yeah, but there's still so much hockey to be played. And Trois-Rivières, I mean, look, they're a team that can score in bunches as well. We saw they put up a 7 spot in their last game. They can put the puck in the net, so that they just got to stick to what they know and stick to their game plan and see if they can crack this Alberta armor.
Ladigan, he'll send it down. Patterson will chase after it. Ladigan, sharp angle shot from the wall, and Gravel will hold on for another face-off.
Hey, we were talking in the intermission, Vince, about how just quick puck movements. Alberta's so good when they're down low in the offensive zone. They just get the puck, they snap it from stick to stick to stick, and it's just precision passing. And they can get it through a bevy of bodies in between legs and skates and sticks. It's just unbelievable control that they have with that puck.
Hughes wins the draw, stolen by Lepage. Philippe Cote try to send it in. Here's Lepage. Levine can't gather it. That's picked up by Davidson. Davidson will try to find Volkin. Volkin's rubbed out along the wall by Lepage. Hood will leave it there for Tessier. He almost turned it over, and Hood will bank it off the glass and out. Back the other way comes Levine. He was waiting for Philippe Cote to stay on side. And Kershenko will cover up. He'll try to send it up the wall and out. Bouncing puck, he'll send it to the boards. Now Volkin leaves it for Prizo. Prizo with speed down the left side. He'll backhand it over the net, and he'll chase after it. Paulinchuk, here's Fontaine. Fontaine buzzing to the net. Prizo, he didn't miss by much on the short side. Try to go high over Gravel. Prizo straight to the net. He couldn't get a stick on it, as Frederick will go back to chase it. And Berman will move it along. McLeod try to get it out. Second chance here for McLeod. He'll send it off the boards up to Fontaine. Garneau will keep it in. Italien back to Bergeron. Bergeron, he'll miss. Loivin can't get it all the way to the net, and that's knocked down. Here's Phil. Phil will bank it, and he'll chase after it. Garneau gets there first. Garneau will send it up to Italien. Here's Bergeron now. Bergeron will wait. He'll send it back. That's tipped in by LaFrance. Prokop. He'll send it to the neutral zone. Florchuk. Florchuk will send it down. Gravel will leave it there for Levelier. LaFrance, stretch pass. Over to Martel. Martel trying to dance around LaCusta. Good stick in there. That's knocked away. Held in at the line by Noel. Levelier, that quick wrister. And Taz Berman had to fight through a sea of bodies to come up with that save and control the rebound.
That's going to be more of what Trois-Rivières needs to do, is get bodies in front of Taz Berman. And we get an example here as, you know, just put pucks on the net from the line, and you got a couple of guys. Look at all the bodies in front of Berman. He can barely see that puck, but credit to him for being able to track it down and cover it up.
So face off to the left of Taz Berman. 2-goal lead for the Golden Bears. Patriots win the draw, and a block shot there by Poof. He struggles to get up to his skates, and he'll get back into position. He'll stay out there. Chaillon, and that is saved by Berman. And that'll draw a crowd, and we've seen this all week after the whistle.
Combustible elements in this game, no doubt about it. High stakes, and here's a good example of some more physicality. Big hit there in front of the Trois-Rivières bench.
So both teams will make full line changes after the extracurriculars, after the whistle, which happens a a lot, and it will continue.
Well, it happened a lot this afternoon in the bronze medal game. And I would presume we'll see a lot of it here tonight.
Tensions are high in this gold medal game. LaFrance will take the draw. Patterson for the Golden Bears. LaFrance wins it. Martel, LaFrance, out in front. LaFrance whistles it high. Had a good chance there to bounce and puck, though he couldn't control it. Noel will get there first as Ladigan tried to wipe out that icing call, but what a chance in front there for LaFrance.
Yeah, LaFrance just missed the net as he was wide open and got the puck off the stick, but it just missed on the short side. So Trois Rivières, though, a pretty good push here for the Patriots the last few minutes.
They'll do it all over again. LaFrance and Patterson, a quick whistle there, and let's see who will reposition themselves. France and Patterson will do it all over again. Mark Pierce with some instructions for Smith. Noison, he'll pin his man up against the wall. That's quickly moved to Kershenko. And Ladigan, that was out of his reach. Icing waved off. Martel now. He'll play it up the wall. Can't get it out. Kershenko, he'll send it down low. Boivin. Patterson trying to fight off Boivin. Noison will try to send it through. He'll play it up to LaFrance. That's out of his reach. Kershenko will get it. He'll quickly play it over to Davison. Davison, stretch pass up to Polonchuk. He'll send it down. Ladigan sent into the boards hard as he was trying to fight off Bergeron. Here's Tessier. He'll throw it over to LaFrance. LaFrance now. Stretch pass up to Tessier, and that goes directly on net. Berman will control. That'll be sent to the neutral zone. Bergeron sent it right back down. That's quickly moved. Frederick over to Polonchuk. McLeod to Frederick. Frederick brings it over the line. He'll drop it to Phil. Saucer pass. Quick shot there by Polonchuk. As Gravel was able to cut down the angle on the short side. Tessier, he'll touch it up to Garneau. Garneau brings it over the line. Garneau can't get that shot through. That's blocked by McLeod, and he'll send it out. Touch to Phil. Phil now. Phil crosses. Phil fires. That rings off the bar. As Noah Phil was looking for number 2. Levine now trying to fight off Smith. Levine will lug it through the neutral zone. Levine, he'll fend on it. Got his stick lifted from behind by Florchuk. Florchuk now, he'll bank it off the boards to nobody. That's picked up in the neutral zone to Noel. Noel now, he'll try to play it up to Italien. Florchuk will quickly move it. Prokop try to find that through the neutral zone. That's picked off. Italien now, he'll shoot it directly on net. Berman will have to play it behind his own net. Lacusta quickly moves it to Prokop. Prokop, he'll lose the handle, and that's sent across the middle of the neutral zone. Back the other way comes Prokop. Here's Noel. Levelier tried to find Philippe Cote, and that'll be an icing call. So we'll be back. We'll step aside. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
kitchen is a restaurant. Fish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia, as the Alberta Golden Bears lead this gold medal game 3-1 over the Patriots. As Fontaine and Italien will take the draw to the right of Alexis Gravel.
This line of Fontaine, Philp, and Pollinchuk has just been absolutely phenomenal for Alberta here tonight.
It's out of the reach of Ouellette. Sent to the neutral zone. As Philp will have to get back on side. There's Levelier. He'll send it over to Noel. Noel will bring it over the line. He'll fire it. Kershenko got a stick on it. Noel will send it back to the point. Levelier fakes. Levelier walks up. That's off the body. That's a quick rebound as Philippe Cote tried to deposit. Levelier through traffic. And Berman with another save. Here's Noel at the line. He'll save it. He'll play it down low. That's out of the reach of Philippe Cote. Levelier again will send it on net. Loizon in a fight in front of the blue paint for Kershenko. Pollinchuk. He'll play it. And it's quickly rang through the neutral zone by Phil. Phil will lose the handle, and Levelier. They'll flip it through in the direction of Jordan Martel. He got a caught in his skates. Loizon. La France back to the point. Bergeron walks up. Bergeron try to send it over to La France. La France centers it, shoots, he scores! Loizon! So just like that, they strike at 10:57 of the second to get within one.
That was a great shift there by the Trois-Rivières as they had Taz Berman going all over the place. He was sliding and sliding all around the crease. He didn't know where the puck was. And a great heads-up play. Lauzon right there in the slot and a good shot. And you see LaFrance takes a little peek, nice pass in front. Lauzon, perfect shot up over the blocker. And that was a really good shift for Trois-Rivières because they had Taz Berman with his head all over the place. He didn't know where the puck was. And now Trois-Rivières back within one.
Plouffe off the draw. He'll bring it over the line. Plouffe will center it. That goes through the blue paint. Acosta. He'll play it down low. Frizzle will play it behind the net. Volkin trying to get it off of Boyvincic. And the Patriots will send it to the neutral zone. Marcotti will give chase. Sent right back down. Look out, Boucher. Chaillon, and that'll be offside. As you mentioned, Drew, that line of La France and Lauzon and Philippe Cote has been outstanding in this tournament. They have been buzzing all around the place. They are quick, they are precise, and they are equally as skilled as Alberta forwards.
Yeah, and they showed you there on that last shift on the goal as they were just buzzing all around the Alberta zone. The Alberta D didn't know where they were going. And of course, the biggest thing that stuck out to me was Taz Berman was just kind of sliding and slipping and swimming all over his crease. He didn't know where the puck was.
Puck's played back to Lepage. He'll go get it. He'll put on the brakes. He'll get away from Patterson. Quickly moved to Levine. The captain, Hills, chip and chase. Davison gets there first. Italien is there. Kershenko will quickly play it up to Smith. He'll lose the handle. Italien try to play it back to the point to Garneau. Foot race now. And Denis Latikin will get to it. Denis Latikin. And it's a nice play by Latikin, but Patterson couldn't wheel and fire it. Played into the corner. Here's Hood. Over to Lepage. Lepage now. He'll bank it off the Birds of Note. Davison will gather it. Quickly over to Kershenko. Clayton Kershenko. Stretch pass. Up to Pollinchuk. Fontaine almost got a stick on it and sent it along towards the net. Levine, he's rubbed out along the wall by Pollinchuk. Frederick overskates the puck. but Wyatt McLeod picks it up. He'll quickly play it up to Matt Fontaine. Fontaine over the line. Phil got that caught in skates, couldn't find it, and the Patriots will clear the zone. Frederick down, quickly to McLeod. Over to Phil. Here's Noah Philp. He walks up, and Philp try to beat Gravel once again on the club side. So we'll step aside. We'll be back. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Le sacrifice que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Welcome back to Woodville, Nova Scotia. The Golden Bears lead this one 3-2 alongside Drew McConnell, Vince Williams on hand. Face off to the left of Alexi Gravel. Hughes will take the draw for the Golden Bears, as Cheyenne will take it for the Patriots. They'll win the draw. That'll be sent out by Levellier. Berman will have to control it, and he'll play it to Friedrich. That's played along. Levellier, he'll shoot it in. Rizzo will rub him out. Boucher, he overskates the puck. Look out, a huge collision along the wall as Volkin puts Cheyenne in. Back the other way. Rizzo try to undress Hood. That's sent directly on net, and Gravel will come up with the save.
That's a big league hit that we just saw. We're going to take another look at this. Check this one out one more time. Coming at you. Bam! Look at that. Chagnon, Volcan right in front of the glass. And that's just a beautiful hit there. Both guys just giving it their all. That's what you want to see in a championship game.
And they've been back and forth, exchanging blows here with the heavy hits in this gold medal game. Lacusta, he'll send it in. And Florchuk got caught behind the play. He got tied up with Boivin in low zone. Here's Bergeron. He'll send it along the wall. Hayden will try to save it at the line. Hayden will walk up. Gary Hayden fires. And Gravel will hold on for the faceoff. Florchuk try to make his way in front of the net.
That's a tough save for Gravel, as he had to track that one right through the screen, and he had a bunch of guys right on top of him.
Good look at Mark Etienne Hebert, the head coach of the Patriots. They continue to try to climb the mountain that is in this hockey game. Good hockey game going here at the Andrew H. McCain Arena. Scores right off the face-off. Zip, Noah Phillips got two.
And it's this top line for Alberta once again. Philp, Pollinchuk, Fontaine, and Noah Philp, as you mentioned, he's got his second of the game. He could have had three. He nailed one off the post earlier, but that's a big face-off win for Alberta, deep in the offensive zone. And Philp able to just take advantage and fire that one short side on him, Gravel. And Alberta, once again, for the third time tonight, has a 2-goal lead.
Noah Philp is an absolute sniper. 6'3" sophomore from Canmore. Alberta got a goal last night, and his offense has been that sparked his offense as Gravel will hold on for the face-off here, and it draws a crowd. But Noah Philp, quite impressed with this young man.
He's having a tournament.
Since the semifinal when he got his first goal.
Noah Philp has just been absolutely great. I mean, if you take a look at this face-off victory right here, this is a big time, and he gets that, and you know as soon as that's on his stick, he's thinking shot.
Set piece, absolute set piece.
And that just shows you how important face-offs are, especially when you get offensive zone face-offs.
Hughes now, he'll try to win it. He tried the same play as Vulcan, stepped in the same area. He'll draw a penalty as Nolan Vulcan try to get loose, and now the Golden Bears will go on the power play.
Well, if you're a Trois Rivières, that's exactly what you don't want to have happen, because, you know, they had some positive momentum going after they got that second goal. And then all of a sudden, you lose a face-off, you give up a goal, now you're on your heels, and now you're taking a penalty, and you've already given up a goal. And right here, you get a look at it there in the high slot, and that's right on the hands, and you can't do that. And Felix Antoine Marcotte goes to the box. And Alberta already with a power play goal tonight, looking to extend their lead.
Here's Phil. He'll send it over to Fontaine. Fontaine will send it back. And this power play is brought to you by Many Tire, New Minus. Puck's loose, and that's set down the ice. It's Fontaine trying to get his second of this gold medal game. Here's Kershenko. Kershenko, he'll bring it through the neutral zone. He'll leave it there. Philp now with a head of spin. Trying to get it back to Philp. It's Polonchuk. He'll get sent into the boards, and Kershenko can't hold it in. Kershenko now. He'll send it up to Fontaine. Garneau picks it off, but Fontaine finds it. And Fontaine is rubbed out by Lepage. Look out. Garneau was almost sprung on the breakaway. He'll get banged into the backboards by Polonchuk. Dawson Davidson now will quarterback the power play. He'll bring it through the neutral zone. He'll play it back to Florchuk. Eric Florchuk, he'll bring it over the line. He's upended. Boivin, he's rubbed out. That'll be sent up the wall. Here's Frederick. Frederick. The Prokop. Frederick over to Davidson. Davidson taking his time. 25 seconds now. Frederick fakes the shot. Shot. And Hayden didn't get enough on it, and he whistles that through the blue paint. Prokop. Back to Frederick. Frederick waits. He'll use the dasher boards. Frederick wires it, and that's kicked into the corner. 5 seconds left. Prokop walks up. Hayden, that's kicked out by Gravel. Body's crashing into Gravel, and he loses his helmet. He's down and out. Draws a crowd as Florchuk tries to get to his skates. Philip Cote takes a couple shots, but we'll step aside. We'll sort it out on the other side. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. The Alberta Golden Bears leading it 4-2 here in the second over the Patriots. And it looks like Noel is in the box, and he'll serve 2 or less after that whistle. Got into it.
So it's another Alberta power play.
Still waiting for him to put it on the board here. Finally do, and Philp will take the draw. Italien will take it for the Patriots. Scramble. Palinchuk lays it back to Fontaine. Kershenko now. There's Clayton Kershenko. Noah Philp. Back to Kershenko. He'll save it at the line. Philp sends it over to Fontaine. He can't handle it. He'll have to go back and reset.
Noah Philp, 2 on the board, looking for number 3.
Fontaine can't handle that pass. Hood gets to it first. Lepage will try to move it along. Loizon, he'll send it high off the boards and out. Kershenko now. He'll bring it through the neutral zone. Here's Smith. He'll cross the line with it. He'll use the dasher boards. And that's sent down low. Philippe Cote, he'll send it down the ice. Berman touches it to Kershenko. Kershenko now. Prokop. He'll bring it over the line. Here's Josh Prokop. Cuts in front. Great save by Gravel. Puck's loose, and they'll send it down the ice. What a rush there by Prokop.
A great power move by Prokop to just drive right to the net and get a good chance.
44 seconds now remaining in the power play. Golden Bears lead it 4-2. Here's Florchuk. Florchuk crosses the line. Played back to Davidson. Desperate play at the line there by Philippe Cote. Frederick, couple whacks. And Gravel able to keep it out. My goodness, I think he didn't see that second chance. Just stuck out that right pad blindly and comes up with the save. We're going to have to take a look at the replay there. So I think that was wide open net. Davison absorbs that check from Boucher. 6 seconds now remaining. One last chance. Volkin, toe drag, and he throws that high above the net. Noel's back on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5. Prokop, he'll center it. That's picked off by Boucher. Boucher will send it high into the Golden Bears zone. Chaillon tests that left glove of Berman, and he'll make the save.
Well, here's a good play here by Prokop as he drives the net, gets to the backhand. Good job by Gravel to stand his ground and not allow anything to get through him. And there's a good chance there. And that one, I think it's the outside of the goalpost. Empty net to shoot at, and it just kind of whiffed on it. And a fortunate break there for Trois-Rivières, because this could easily be a 5-2 game.
So a face-off to the right of Taz Berman.
Well, the ice has been tilted towards the Patriots' end here the last little while, so they gotta get something going here.
Good shot on net by Noel. Forces a rebound. Golden Bears are able to clear it away, can't get it out. And Noel with a second chance, and Berman comes up with a save. Patterson. Poof will move it along. Lozon will keep it in. Lozon trying to fight off Smith. Lozon will play it back to Noel. Noel, and the extra attacker will try to get on the ice.
A delayed penalty.
A penalty coming up to the Golden Bears. Tessier, he's out there now. Tessier, cross ice, one-timer, and Levoyer couldn't hit the net. Martel now. Levoyer plays it back in. He'll send it over to LaFrance. LaFrance will send it towards the net. Volkin got a stick on it, no whistle. Hood will play it back to Tessier. And it looked like it was touched by Plouffe. They're looking for the whistle, none coming. And they'll continue to play here. Levellier. He can't gather it. And finally, Ladigan will touch it up with 2:29 remaining here in the second. But Levellier had a wide open cage, but couldn't put it on net.
What a great chance that was. And here's the penalty as little hook there, getting the stick under the arm, and that's going to be called more often than not as Luke Smith's going to take a seat. And with 2:29 remaining here in the second period, down by 2, Trois-Rivières with a really good opportunity here to crawl back within 1.
Italien will take the draw. Phil for the Golden Bears. Levellier. Loison. Loison will take his time. Back to Levellier. One-timer Noel. That was knocked down. Frederick. That's played out of the zone by Fontaine.
Good save there by Berman.
Levellier. That tricky bounce. Might have hit the linesman and sent to the neutral zone. Let's hope he's okay. Here's Loison. He'll send it down low. That takes a tricky bounce and sent down the other way by Fontaine, and he'll go straight to the bench.
We've definitely seen a lot of wacky bounces on this rink.
Levellier now. He'll bring it to the neutral zone. Loic Levellier. He's knocked down by Polinchuk. Weasel overskates the puck in the neutral zone. Jordan Martel will bring it over the line. He'll put on the brakes, and he loses an edge. Sent down the ice, and Gravel will touch it up. He'll leave it there for Bergeron. 55 seconds remaining in the power play for the Patriots. Here's Bergeron. He'll play it back to LaFrance. Quickly over to Boivin. He'll shoot it in. That'll ring around the boards. Big check along the wall there as Kershenko takes down Martel. Martel back up to his skates. He'll play catch with Bergeron. Here's Martel. Bergeron. One-timer, and that's weak. Attempt on net as it's off the stick of Davison and out of play. 57 seconds remaining in the period. 28 in the power play here for the Patriots.
Marc-Etienne Hubert's team having a bit of a tough time getting things going here on the power play. They've had a couple of setups, a couple of straightforward shots from the blue line, but nothing really that challenging for Taz Berman.
LaFrance wins the draw. Back to Bergeron. LaFrance, he'll try to walk in. And that's picked off by Fontaine, and he'll send it down. Martel will pick it up. Here's Martel. He'll come through the neutral zone. He'll bring it over the line. Look out. Plouffe will rub him out. Good check there by Plouffe. Can't get it out. That's knocked down by LaFrance. Staying with it as Boivin will keep it in. LaFrance back to Boivin. Penalty over. Luke Smith's back on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5. 20 seconds now remaining in the period. Jordan Martel, he'll wheel away from LaCusta. He'll send it down low to Boucher. That's over his stick. 10 seconds now remaining. Luke Smith will play it up to Noah Philp. Philp tried to get it out. Boucher. And Boucher would absorb that check from Plouffe. And there's the buzzer. So 40 minutes in the books. Golden Bears lead at 4-2. We'll step aside with the second period intermission report. Stay with us. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliance. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, Chase the glory. Visez haut.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
To Wolfville, Nova Scotia after 40 minutes. The Alberta Golden Bears lead it 4-2. I'll hand it off to my colleague Pierre Boudreau.
Au niveau de la patinoire, le numéro 24, Félix Lauzon des Patriotes de l'Uqtr. Félix, vous faites face à un mastodonte offensif du côté des Golden Bears. C'est quoi la clé défensive pour pouvoir les arrêter en troisième période?
C'est sûr qu'il ne faut pas faire de turnover. Présentement, on leur donne beaucoup trop de chance. Faut watcher notre slot. Si on ne leur donne pas de chance, ben, ils ne pourront pas scorer.
Tu as été l'un des compteurs de ton équipe. D'où proviennent les meilleures opportunités de marquer pour vous ce soir face aux Golden Bears?
C'est sûr qu'il faut faire travailler leurs défenseurs. Il faut envoyer des pucks en bas de zone. Forecheck va être super important. Puis quand on les forecheck, ça crée des opportunités. Fait que ça va être une clé en troisième.
Et la troisième période, potentiellement la dernière période de votre saison. Comment on veut débuter cette période de jeu, Félix?
C'est sûr qu'il faut commencer fort. Comme j'ai dit, il faut établir notre forecheck. Il faut envoyer des lancers au filet, puis on va tout donner.
Merci beaucoup, Félix, pour ton temps. Retourne avec ton équipe et je te souhaite la meilleure des chances pour la troisième période de jeu.
Merci.
Thanks very much.
The one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite. Of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais. Quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second. Chase the glory. Visez haut.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Pour devenir un étudiant athlète d'élite, je pense que c'est important d'être organisé, donc de vraiment bien planifier son horaire. Je pense que c'est la base, en fait, pour performer. Le plus grand défi pour performer à la fois sur le terrain comme à l'école, je pense que c'est, en fait, encore une fois, ça part de l'organisation de son temps. On a un temps qui est très limité et on a des tâches qui s'accumulent. Donc, je pense que de bien organiser, de comprendre l'équilibre entre le sport, l'école et le sommeil, je pense que c'est important aussi. La personne qui m'a le plus aidée durant mon parcours en tant qu'étudiant athlète à l'Université Laval, évidemment, il y a ma famille qui m'ont supporté tout au long, mon copain et mes amis. Mais c'est sûr qu'au niveau académique, je dirais mon directeur de recherche, M. Jean Dubé. Encore une fois, un directeur très compréhensif, toujours à l'écoute. Il comprend que j'ai un horaire compliqué, donc c'est sûr que son soutien m'a beaucoup aidé dans mes performances scolaires, en fait. Je suis au doctorat. Mon projet de thèse porte sur les impacts du transport en commun sur le développement régional. Donc, ce que j'étudie particulièrement, en fait, c'est comment l'implantation d'un transport en commun va influencer le développement des entreprises. Donc, pour ce faire, j'ai divisé ma thèse en 3 parties. Donc, la première, j'ai étudié en fait vraiment comment ça impacte la création. Donc, est-ce qu'il y a des nouvelles entreprises qui s'installent autour des services de transport en commun? Et ensuite, je travaille beaucoup sur la relocalisation. Donc, les entreprises qui s'installent autour, est-ce qu'elles opéraient ailleurs avant? Ou c'est vraiment des nouvelles entreprises? Et finalement, j'étudie l'impact sur la longévité. Donc, est-ce que ça va faire que les entreprises survivent plus longtemps? Est-ce que leur performance économique est plus optimale, dans le fond? Donc, en gros, c'est ce que j'étudie. Le conseil que je donne toujours quand je parle à des jeunes étudiants athlètes, c'est en fait d'aimer ce qu'ils font. Donc, le sport qu'ils choisissent, ils doivent vraiment aimer ce qu'ils font parce que veux pas, plus ça va, plus il y a de pratique, plus il y a d'entraînement, plus il y a de matchs. Donc, ça devient de plus en plus drainant, mais aussi d'aimer ce que tu étudies. Donc, de ne pas nécessairement choisir un programme parce que tu penses que tes parents vont aimer ça ou parce que tous tes amis font ça, mais vraiment de trouver un sport et un programme qui te tient à cœur et ça facilite grandement la réussite dans les 2 sphères à ce moment-là. Oui, donc en fait, mon passage dans l'organisme du sport va m'avoir permis vraiment de me préparer pour la suite de mon parcours professionnel, simplement parce que le domaine de la recherche est très compétitif. Donc, on veut publier des bonnes recherches de qualité, mais aussi on veut publier une bonne quantité d'articles, je veux pas. Donc, pour moi, d'avoir vraiment pu compétitionner tout en étant aux études, dans le fond, je veux pas, la compétition maintenant fait un peu partie de moi, donc ça me fait pas peur pour la suite. Donc, le sport m'a vraiment préparé à un milieu de travail compétitif. Donc, c'est sûr qu'il y a plusieurs bénéfices à être étudiant athlète. Je pense que dans l'organisation du Rouge et Or, RSEQ et même U-Sport, on est super bien encadré, on a un très bon support. C'est bénéfique dans le sens où tu rencontres des coéquipiers qui deviennent des amis, c'est ton cercle social, tu as envie de compétitionner, mais tu as aussi envie de performer, que ce soit pour le groupe d'entraîneurs ou même tes coéquipiers, en fait. Donc, je pense que ça permet vraiment d'équilibrer ton mode de vie. Moi, pour ma part, le sport, j'ai jamais vu ça comme un fardeau. Je vois ça plutôt comme une pause dans mes études. Donc, ça m'oblige à bouger, ça m'oblige à sortir. Donc, oui, à mes yeux, il n'y a que des bénéfices à être étudiante athlète, que ce soit au Rouge et Or, RSEQ ou même au sport.
Behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. Here are the numbers after 40 minutes.
Well, in the goal department, we basically saw a bit of a carbon copy of what we had in the first period as Alberta outscored UQTR 2-1 in that period. Now controlling the shots 28-21. Trois-Rivières has come way back in that category. Difference right now, though, it's that power play goal, and you know they've given themselves a good chance to win, have Alberta, and after 40 minutes of play, they're 20 minutes away from taking another championship back to Edmonton. What is it, Mission, what'd you say?
Mission 1724, and it's not directed by Sam Mendes.
It is not directed by Sam Mendes. That is for sure. So we'll have the third period coming up just in a few moments' time. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliance. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
Every kitchen is a restaurant. Ish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Hey, you sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. This period is brought to you by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms fries. Cette période qui est une présentation des fermes Cavendish. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec des frites les fermes Cavendish.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. After 40 minutes, the Golden Bears 4, the Patriots 2. They are 20 minutes away to completing 17-24. That's mission 17-24. But the Patriots are looking to disrupt this mission and pick up their 5th championship in 7 appearances here at the National Championships.
Yes, and Trois Rivières, they've got 20 minutes to throw as many monkey wrenches into Alberta's plan as possible. And they're going to have to play their best period of their season if they want to conquer this Alberta summit, because this team just continues to roll. And in 20 minutes time, if things stay the same, David Johnston University Cup is headed back to Edmonton.
Yep, they are battling for that Covenant Cup. The original cup is in a safe place in Toronto at the Hockey Hall of Fame. The replica makes the trip all around the country during this time. And somebody will be hoisting it at the end of this hockey game. Good look at the Golden Bear bench led by Ian Herbers, along with his assistant, Rachel Weeb.
Rachel Weeb, yes. Female coach on men's university hockey team. She's doing great work. I've heard that folks in the Alberta team absolutely love having her around. She's doing some really great work for that program.
That's chipped in as the Golden Bears controlled it off the face-off. Levellier, he'll send it up to Garneau. He had some quality chances in that second period, including a wide-open net that he couldn't bury. Let's see if he can recorrect things and help his teammates out in this third period. Noel, they'll bank it up to Levine. Levine 1-on-3. And there's Noah Philp. He had an outstanding second. That's sent in by Levellier. He'll go off on a change. Plouffe will quickly move it up and out. Boivin to Lauzon. He'll leave it there for LaFrance. He'll try to get it back to Lauzon. That's picked off. Bergeron to Boivin. Boivin will play it up to Martel. He's got a goal in this game. Cross ice to Lauzon. He'll put on the brakes. He'll send it down low. That's intercepted by LaCusta. Icing will be waved off, and Gary Hayden will head towards the bench. Here's Josh Prokop. He'll head off, and Hughes now will apply the pressure. Stretch pass as LaFrance will tap it in at the line. Berman will play it behind the net to McLeod. Frederick will quickly get it up to Prokop. Here's Volkin. That's off a stick and out of play.
Trois Rivières can ill afford to make any mistakes in this period. They got to play close to a perfect game against Alberta, because you know the Golden Bears, they're not going to sit back. They're still got pedal to the metal, so to speak. And Trois Rivières knows exactly what they need to do in order to continue this game, continue their quest to a championship.
Head coach Mark Anton Hebert giving some instructions. And that'll be flipped in. And Marc-Etienne Hebert, excuse me. And Gravel will hold on for the face-off. Marc-Etienne Hebert, a former player for the the Patriots, and he knows how to win a championship.
Well, like
I mentioned
yeah,
at the top of the broadcast, he won it in 2001 and 2003.
So he knows exactly what it means and then how to get there,
You
right?
can see he's really working the bench there and the lines.
Absolutely, giving his players some instruction and probably giving them a little bit of motivation to fight through this period. He knows what it takes to get to the mountaintop. So his words certainly have a lot of credence.
Talked about how proud he was of his program to get to this national championship final, how much work they put in, and the sacrifices the last few years by some of his veterans to get this team and make this run through the OUA playoffs first, capturing the 110 Queen's Cup before they make it here in the gold medal game.
Winning the Queen's Cup, that's a gauntlet in and of itself.
20 teams in the OUA. Shot directly on net as Berman had no problems controlling that. They'll leave it for Kershenko. That's just out of the reach of Davidson. Fontaine will pick it up in the neutral zone. Matt Fontaine now. He'll backhand it down into the Patriot zone. Noel, he'll calmly play it over to Levellier. Levellier now, he'll work his way up the ice. Tried that stretch pass to Levine, and that's out of his reach. And that'll be an icing call. 17-15 remaining here in the third. 2-goal lead for the Golden Bears. So lots of icing calls and lots of, looked like period number one as each team were trying to feel each other out.
Well, it's generally, I think, what happens when you're trying to play mistake-free hockey is you're not really going to have a lot of grade A chances or rushes going up and down the ice. Both teams playing a bit conservatively to open the final 20.
Hayden will send it down low, and Hayden is brought down by Levellier. He's trying to free up his stick. Both men will get back up to their skates. Here's Eric Florchuk. Levine try to knock it off of his stick. McLeod will send it through the neutral zone. Levellier over to Noel. Cross ice to LaFrance. LaFrance will bring it over the line. He'll undress McLeod and he'll snap one on net. And Berman will hold on for the faceoff.
Probably the first good scoring chance there for Simon LaFrance. Here as he makes a nifty little move to get around McLeod and just fires a rather sharp angle shot at Taz Berman, who had no troubles making that stop. Quietly having a solid game is Taz Berman.
Oh, he's had a solid playoffs for the Golden Bears. 3 shutouts on their run to the gold medal.
All it takes for Riviere, though, is just to get one more by him.
Heavy work there by Lauzon. Sent it back to Bergeron, who sent it down low. That's a good stick in there by Plouffe, and he'll send it back the other way. Bergeron, he's brought down by Vulcan from behind. So starting to get a physical in the neutral zone, Drew.
A little chippy, yeah, for Zizo and Bergeron. Had a little bit of a stick exchange in front of the Squad Riviera bench.
Plouffe, he'll bank it off the boards. That's picked up. Knocked off of his stick and sent in is Hughes. Hughes now somehow able to find the puck. He'll play it along. Here's Prokop. Prokop trying to spin away from Lauzon. He'll send it down low. Look out, Davison is upended by Lepage. Back the other way comes Lauzon. Lepage trying to chase after Lepage. A couple whacks at Kershenko. 2-on-1 now. Bill, great save as Davison joined the rush, and Alexis Gravel was able to kick it out and preserve this 2-goal deficit. Fontaine back the other way. He tried to split the D. Lepage able to upend him. Lepage now. He'll dump it behind the net. Here's Hood. He'll try to spin away from Polinchuk. Polinchuk applying the pressure. And now the Patriots come back the other way now. Here's Boucher. Boucher will bring it over the line. He'll chip it past Davison. Chases after it. He runs into Kershenko. The Italian now will send it back to the point to Hood. That's off the leg and into the corner. Palinchuk will bank it off the boards, try to find Prokop. Prokop now, 1-on-2. Borchak, he tried to help out. And his stick was lifted by Levelier. And Levelier, he'll rag the puck. Levelier, snapshot. Berman able to make the save.
Look, Levelier, he's got a deceptively hard shot. But here's a good chance, 2-on-1. Philp makes the pass. He elects to make the pass to Davidson. That's a really good save there by Gravel as he comes across, reads it perfectly. And that's one just to keep in the back of your head. If this game gets any closer, that's a big, big save right there for Alexei Gravel.
Huge save to keep them within 2. 14-34 and counting. Here in the third, Golden Bears up by 2 goals. Noel, he'll hold it in. Volkin runs into him at the line. Tessier will spin away and try to bring it out in front. That'll be sent down the ice. Foot race, and Noel will get there first. Rizzo, he's there with the forecheck. Levelier will send it around the boards and out. Shot right back in, and the Golden Bears will have to tag up. Here's Noel. Stretch pass almost picked off by Gary Hayden. He leaves it there for Patterson. Patterson will chip it into the corner. He's rubbed out by Levelier. 2 big men colliding on the boards. Patriots now will try to get it out. Here comes Tessier. Tessier through the neutral zone. Tessier brings it over the line. Tessier try to walk around Lacusta, and Lacusta upends him. Big hit along the wall as Plouffe takes Garneau down. Garneau looked like he got the worst of that. He's down and he's in a world of hurt right now. We'll step aside, we'll reassess what's happening. You're watching 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia, as the Alberta Golden Bears leading this one 4-2 in the gold medal game. Face off in front of the Golden Bears bench as Noah Philp will take the draw. Let's take a look at the hit that he had before we went to break here.
Olivier Garneau got rubbed out along the wall here, and his knee, I think, got twisted up a little bit there in the collision with Dylan Plouffe. He's on the bench. He didn't go off into the dressing room, so he's on the bench.
Gravel sends it to Davison dangerously at the line, and Dawson unable to get it accurately on the net, and Gravel will make the save. Tricky place. Gravel tried to do all the work himself.
Well, Gravel sends it up the boards, and Davidson, good heads-up play by him to intercept that puck and send it right back on goal and force a new offensive zone face-off.
Matt Fontaine will take the draw for the Golden Bears, and Tessier for the Patriots. Fontaine wins it. Davidson Boucher knocks it down. Tess Levine was able to bring it over the line, but sent right back in by Polonchuk. Krashenko, he'll send it down low. That's intercepted by Noel. Dangerous pass as Polonchuk almost stepped in front of that. Here's Boucher. Fontaine. Polonchuk with the shoot-in. That's off the back of Phil. Stolen. Boucher back the other way. Boucher gets around Krashenko. Polonchuk in a battle for the puck. Levellier steps up. Levellier. That's wide of the mark. Puck's loose at front. Taken away. Couple whacks, and the whistle finally goes as Taz Berman is able to cover up.
Net mouth scramble there as Berman was forced to find that puck. He's got Lavigne right in front of him. Boucher whacking at it. Hughes is there for Alberta. Plouffe, Philp. You have about half a dozen guys trying to fit in that net.
Just about everybody.
Everybody on the ice trying to take residency in that net behind Taz Berman. But Berman, credit to him for being able to find the puck and freeze it for a whistle.
I think the only one that didn't join the rush was Alexis Gravel.
He maybe thought about it.
The France now will take the draw. Hughes wins it. Here's Lacusta. Lacusta will play it off the boards and out. And that's on Gravel, and he'll hold on for the face-off as he had Florchuk bearing down on him.
Definitely been more of a tempered pace here in this third period as we approach the midway mark. And Alberta's totally fine with that because they're maintaining their 2-goal lead. Trois-Rivières, you got to expect as the clock starts to tick down a little bit, maybe a little more sense of urgency in their game as they try to get back in this.
Hood, he'll play it along. LaFrance will play it back to Hood. He'll chase it down. Bolkin try to rub out Hood, got a piece of him. He'll turn it over. Zuzo in front of the net. He'll send that through the blue paint. That's quickly moved, almost picked off by Philippe Cote. Blue, he'll quickly move it over to Lacusta. Bears work it out of their own end. Patterson will backhand it down low. He'll go off unchanged. Volcan will stay out there. Banked off the boards, and Prokop will send it right back down. Gravel, he'll stop the puck. He'll move it. That's out of the reach of Hood. Here's Florchuk. He'll absorb that check along the wall. And rubbed out hard and knocked down. And back the other way was Hayden. Here's the Patriots on the attack. 3-on-2. Levellier steps up and scores. So Levellier coming late, and Levellier gets the goal to get them within one.
The big defenseman from Saint-Jérôme, Quebec, comes up big for Trois-Rivières as this puck comes in. It's a good stick there, but real heads-up play by Lavigne to find him. And Levellier just directs it towards the goal. It goes right through Berman. And now all of a sudden, here you go, Lavigne. Nice heads-up play and a good shot there. And Berman really no chance to stop that one. And with 11:14 to go, it's a 1-goal game. And Trois-Rivières very much in this hockey game.
They got some life. How important was that rush by Levellier?
Well, we'll see how they respond.
Tessier. Shot in by Levellier, and that'll be an icing call. So Louis Levellier able to get one through Taz Berman. As the Golden Bears were scrambling there, Drew.
Absolutely, as a little pass across was denied initially by Prokop, and the puck comes right to Lavigne, who makes the pass across to Levellier, who was kind of behind the coverage. Nobody took him. Nobody picked him up, and that's a rare defensive breakdown for the Alberta Golden Bears. It ends up in the back of their net.
Levellier, the big man, moving his feet at the line, joining the rush, so it's a 1-goal lead here for the Golden Bears, just at the midway point of this gold medal game. Davison, quick movement, and Fontaine with the one-timer from Phil is handled by Gravel.
This line has just been absolutely lethal. Alberta for Alberta. Well, as we know in the game of hockey, no such thing as a bad shot. That was a good one there by Fontaine, as he got it off in a hurry, and a nice save by Gravel to hang on. So Gravel's doing his job.
Boivin will play it back to Bergeron. Philippe Cote will let it go through the neutral zone. Picked off there by Italien. And that's off the side of the net. As Berman was able to get a glove on it and send it out of harm's way. Bergeron, he'll chase after it. Bergeron, he'll put on the brakes. He'll get organized here. Volkin will apply the pressure. Here's Boivin. Stretch pass. Lafrance breaks in. That's a good block by Plouffe. As Lafrance try to use Plouffe as a screen. There's Volkin. The Prokop. Prokop checked in. Prokop, and he got disrupted by
I think Bergeron
from behind.
Just got a piece.
Just got a piece. Desperate back check there by Bergeron. Boivin now. He'll spin away from Prokop. Prokop having his problems here. He'll stay on the ice. Here's Martel. Martel now. He'll bring it through the neutral zone. Martel, he'll get around Florchuk. And just a half a step ahead of the play was Levine. So we'll step aside. We'll sort things out after this break. You're watching 2022 U Sports. Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
It's that moment again. The one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite. Of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais. Quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second. Chase the glory. Visez haut.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Welcome back to Woodfield, Nova Scotia. The Alberta Golden Bears holding on to a 4-3 lead here in the third. Sights and sounds, a big shout out and thank you to Universal, their technical crew. All week long, they provided great coverage of these national championships here at the Andrew H. McCain Arena.
Teamwork on and off the ice.
Colin shot, partial break. Great save there by Gravel. He looked behind him. Fontaine in tight, and Gravel 10-bell save. Palinchuk off that set piece. Broke in over the line, and he couldn't beat Gravel as he tried to tuck it between the 5-hole.
Jason Palinchuk, look at this. He's got all it. Busts straight in, gets a shot. Gravel thinks this goes in between, right through the 5-hole, but he's able to stop it and keep it out. And this top line for Alberta, they have just been buzzing all game long. So many great opportunities. Of course, they've all produced offensively, but a great feed. Palinchuk, great speed, gets in and just can't quite beat Gravel. That's a huge stop. And another one.
Here's Boivin. He'll quickly move it over the Bergeron. So Alexei Gravel keeping the Patriots in the game here. Tessier, he'll spin away from that check from Kershenko. Tessier, he'll send it in the slot area. Boucher, the Boivin, he'll use the boards. Didn't get the bounce he was looking for, and Kershenko got the stick up on Tessier, and Kershenko, he'll get the game.
Well, they didn't get the bounce they wanted, but they certainly are going to get the one-man advantage that they want. Tessier gets taken down in the offensive zone corner of Trois-Rivières, as Krashenko taking a bit of a rare. He's not usually in these situations, but a power play coming up now for Trois-Rivières and Alexis Gravel. That's the man of the hour right now. Big game Gravel for Trois-Rivières. He has made some monumental stops in this period. And here's a look at the penalty. Krashenko getting the stick up and down right there in the corner. Clear as day. Golden opportunity.
This power play is brought to you by Independent Grocers. Here's LaFrance. He'll walk up. Good stick in there by Plouffe. That'll spring the Golden Bears up back the other way. Here's Noah Philp. Philp undresses. Bergeron gets a good shot on net. And Gravel once again comes up with the save. Here comes LaFrance. He'll bring it over the line. LaFrance walks in, and that's off the stick of Prizu. That almost went into the back of the net. It fooled Berman. He had him moving right to left. Here's Bergeron to LaFrance. Down low to Boucher. Back to LaFrance. Bergeron. LaFrance, that hops over his stick. He'll have to regroup. LaFrance takes his time. Martel fakes. Martel can't get enough on it, and it's knocked away. Look out, back the other way comes Prizo. He's got speed. He's in all alone, loses the handle, gets a shot on net. Still with the puck, though. Saucered, and that's knocked out of harm's way by Boivin. Some nervous times here for the Patriots.
Chances at both ends.
Here's LaFrance. LaFrance, that's knocked down by Paulinchuk. Levellier, he'll join the rush. Down to Boucher. Boucher now. Cross ice, and LaFrance scores! And LaFrance ties it up at 4-piece. So the perseverance of the Patriots get them on even terms.
Wow. How about this? What an absolute beauty of a feed by Mathieu Boucher as he finds LaFrance alone at the side of the goal. McLeod, he tries to take that feed across. Berman doing everything he can to go post to post, but LaFrance just gets it past him. And if you can believe it, we are tied at 4 with just over 7 minutes to go here in the third period of the gold medal game.
Well, I tell you what, LaFrance has a knack for heroics. He had a couple goals in that Queen's Cup final. He was named the MVP, and he comes up big right now for the Patriots. Krashenko, he'll rattle that around the boards. Davidson, he'll play it down low. Hayden can't get to it. Italien, he'll cycle it down the Hood. Hood now, he'll send it off the boards and out of the zone. Krashenko will send it right back in. Here's Levine all alone. He'll skate away. He'll get knocked down by Krashenko. He'll stay with it. He'll send Krashenko in. Then he body slams him. No call on the play. Krashenko gets back up to his skates.
Apropos, it is WrestleMania weekend.
Ozon try to play it along. Here's Davison on the breakout. Davison try to get away from Noel. He's knocked down at the line. Levellier, he's bumped off the puck by Ladigan. Here's Noel. Boucher. Boucher, that's knocked off of his stick by Frederick. Here's Tessier. Tessier walks out. Tessier! And that's kicked aside by Berman. LaFrance. LaFrance is brought down. No call on the play. He's looking back, looking for a whistle. Frederick will send it in. Tricky bounce. That rattles off the board.
That hit the goalpost. What a chance.
Ladigan couldn't bear it past Gravel off the shoot-in. It's the Neil Ladigan with the speed. My goodness, it's going back and forth. 5:31 remaining here in regulation. We'll step aside, and there's LaFrance. He ties it up. Stay with us. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire, le cheminement de la réussite. of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. We are all tied up. Don't adjust your sets. That is correct. The Golden Bears and the Patriots tied here in the third. It's been back and forth in this gold medal game. Both of these teams are pressing to get to the finish line. Alongside Drew McConnell, Vince Williams on hand. 5:31 remaining in regulation. And this one should go down to the wire.
This is absolutely a game befitting of the gold medal championship game. This has been the best game of the tournament by far.
There's Phil. Phil will send it to the net. That's off the side of the net. Couple whacks at it. Phil try to free it up. He'll draw the whistle.
You got to go back in those saves that Alexis Gravel made earlier in this period. And if those had gone in, there'd be a much different story right now. He has absolutely been phenomenal here tonight.
Good look at both benches. As Marc-Etienne Hubert continuing to work those lines and communicate with his players.
Whatever he's saying, it's working, at least in this period.
There's Levine. The captain will chase after it. Saved by Chagnon. The Italien will step up, poked away. Levelier will gather it there. Levelier, he'll send it up. Levine will send it in. Levelier will send it over to Noel. Noel with the shoot in directly on net. And Berman will steer it into the corner. Noel trying to hold it at the line. Chagnon, good stick in here. Back the other way and on man rush come the Bears. Poof. He'll fire it, and that's snared out of the sky by Gravel.
Alexis Gravel, no stranger to big-time, big environment games. He's played Memorial Cups for the Halifax Mooseheads in front of 10,000 people at Scotiabank Center. He knows what that pressure feels like, and he's been rising up to the challenge. Just a great game for him tonight.
6th round pick of the Chicago Blackhawks in the 2018 NHL entry draft, and he's been outstanding in this hockey game. Patriots, they'll win the draw. Boucher will throw it in. Kershenko, he'll get to it first. Kershenko, Audible throwing it behind the net. Plays it over to Hayden. Hayden will send it to Davidson. Davidson throws it up the wall, and Prokop does enough to get it out. Tessier, he'll throw it in. That almost surprised Kershenko in a desperation. He's able to get a stick on it and get it out. Here's Florchuk to Hayden. Hayden walks up. Hayden try to use the screen by Boivin. Boivin will able to get to the puck. Now he'll send it up to LaFrance. LaFrance will send it in, and he'll chase after it. Davidson over to Kershenko. Kershenko taking his time. He'll play it up the wall to Volkin. Here's Nolan Volkin. Volkin, sharp angle shot, and Gravel had to be good on that as he kicked out the left pad. Here's Lauzon. He'll put on the brakes. He'll send it down low to Martel. Martel trying to fight off Plouffe from behind. Patterson helps out, and he'll send it into Berman, and Berman will hold on. Dangerous play there by Patterson. Taz Berman heads up. He'll hold on to the puck, and we'll have a face-off.
Trois-Rivières has been giving Alberta's defense fits in their own zone in this period. they've done a fantastic job. You see a lot of Alberta just trying to get the puck out of their own zone, chipping it out, diving plays. That's not the Alberta Golden Bears D we're used to seeing in this tournament. They're usually cool, calm, collected, carrying the puck out of their own zone, milking for plays. They're just on their heels right now.
And it wasn't something that they were doing in the first 40 minutes. They were in full control of this hockey game.
Nope, whatever Marc-Etienne Hubert said to his team in the intermission, it's gotten through.
Response no. Here's Phil. Phil fires, and Phil didn't miss by much. As Noah Philp trying to play the hero. Had Gravel moving to his left. Here's Italien. Here's Noah Philp. Philp centers it. Fontaine can't control it. Try to kick it to his stick. Back the other way comes Levain. Levain, the captain, in all alone, looking for reinforcements. He's tied up. Plouffe will play it back to L'Uqtr. L'Uqtr to Florchuk. That's quickly moved over to Prokop. There's Josh Prokop. He'll bring it over the line. Prokop. He'll go to the net. He'll cycle it back. And Gary Hayden will pick it up. Gary Hayden, sharp angle shot. Davison, he'll try to keep it in. He fanned on it. Prokop helps out. That's knocked down by Bergeron. Now Tessier will move it through the neutral zone. Boucher gives it back to Tessier. Hayden knocks it off his stick. Now Kershenko will rig it around the boards. Prokop will play it along. Bergeron will chase it down. He'll give it to Boivin. Florchuk on the out in front, and good save there as looked like Prizo coming late on the rush. Good pressure here. Here's Davison. He walks the line. He'll send it wide. Now LaFrance will try to get there. Kershenko try to hold it in, and LaFrance gets it out. Some nervous times there on that rush by the Golden Bears. Davison, the Prizu through a screen, and I'm not sure how Gravel saw that, but he's able to make the save and knock it out of play.
Alberta with a couple of good shifts here, back-to-back. Florchuk in behind the goal. Gary Hayden takes it. Nice little play here. Sends it out front. And Preciso coming in, gets a good shot. And Alexei Gravel doesn't even move, so it tells you he's in great positioning to make a big stop.
42 shots for the Golden Bears.
38 saves for Alexei Gravel.
Plouffe now off the draw. Volkin. That's redirected. Plouffe knocked down by Levellier. Plouffe gets it back again. And that's off the blocker of Gravel into the corner. Golden Bears buzzing here, trying to get the winner late. There's Prizu. That's through traffic. Puck's loose. Volkin. A couple nice saves. Still loose. Volkin desperately trying to get it to the net. Back to L'Uqtr. He fires, and that's knocked down by Levellier. Volkin will go to the bench, and he's in a world of hurt. That's sent through the neutral zone, and we can all take a breath. Golden Bears back through the neutral zone. Philp will send it in. Tricky bounce. In front. Great save there as Fontaine was robbed by Gravel.
Alexei Gravel.
My goodness. Oh, baby.
Let me say the name again. Alexei Gravel has kept his team in this hockey game. That is a bizarre bounce, but he comes up with an absolute 10-bell stop to keep this game tied. 46.4 seconds left.
My goodness, the Golden Bears are really pressing to get the winner. They don't want to wait for overtime. They're trying to end it in regulation. Big face-off to the left of Gravel. Philp wins it. Kershenko. Davison steps up. Tied up. At the doorstep was Palinchuk. Here comes LaFrance on the Baker. 3-on-2 if they hurry. That's sent over, and LaFrance is dumped by Kershenko. He's slow to get back up to his skates. He'll head for the bench. Dangerous play by Phil. Back to Kershenko. Kershenko will send it up the wall. Fontaine will bat it in. 19 seconds remaining now. Here's Bergeron. One last opportunity here for the Patriots if they take it. 10 seconds now, and it looks like Bergeron's just going to hold and try for overtime. That's sent up to the neutral zone. L'Uqtr, one last chance. Hayden waits till they get on side. Hayden fires it. That's off the back of Boivin. He's down. We'll need extra time, and it will be golden goal to decide this gold medal game.
Oh, the drama.
So after 60 minutes, we're all tied up at 4. We'll step aside. We'll be back. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliant. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
Every kitchen is a restaurant. Fish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. This period is brought to you by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms Fries. Cette période de hockey est une présentation des fermes Cavendish. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec des frites les fermes Cavendish.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia. After 60 minutes, we are heading to overtime in this gold medal game. The Bears, Golden Bears 4, the Patriots 4. And the final countdown is being rung out here at the Andrew H. McCain Arena. Fitting for this moment. Fitting, absolutely fitting for these two teams. Noah Philp, he's been outstanding for the Golden Bears. And man, what can you say about the Patriots and their fight and resilience?
Great fortitude to come back, but look out.
Philp trying to end it, and Gravel able to make the save.
So it's a 10-minute 5-on-5 overtime. If nobody scores before the end of the 10 minutes, we'll have a full intermission followed by 20 minutes of overtime. And there is Philp coming in with a shot, first shot of the overtime period. And Alexis Gravel coming up with another save, as has become customary here tonight.
Patriots win the draw. Bergeron, Boivin, try to play it along. Here's Bergeron, over the Boivin. And that's sent through the neutral zone. Knocked down by Kershenko. Played back to Italien. Italien, he'll bring it over the line. Try to get it over the line. Now he does. He'll dump it in and he'll go off on a change. Matt Fontaine now. Fontaine, he'll chip it up. Boivin turns it over. Pollenchuk. Grayson Pollenchuk now. He'll draw two. He'll try to play it back to Kershenko. Here's Philippe Cote. He'll bring it over the line. Philippe Cote cuts in, shoots, and that goes high above the net as it looked like Lausanne had a chance to end it. Martel, he'll send it down. Berman He'll leave it for Kurchenko. Kurchenko will send it to the neutral zone. Here's Patterson. Puck bouncing all over this ice surface. As they didn't flood it in between the third and this overtime frame, as Volkin goes down in a heap, and he'll draw the high stick. And dangerous right now for the Patriots, as they'll have to fight off a 2-minute penalty.
Trois-Rivières right at their own blue line. As you see right there, the stick gets up. And that's going to be Felix Lauzon going to the box for 2 minutes, perhaps less.
So Lauzon in the box here, 8:33 remaining in the first overtime. And if you're a Patriot fan, you are
holding your breath.
Very nervous right now, holding your breath for sure.
This biggest penalty kill of the year.
This power play unit for the Bears is lethal. Here's Kurchenko. Fontaine steps up. Fontaine takes his time, back to Kurchenko. Kurchenko down. Here comes Phil. Phil took his eye off the puck, couldn't get it to the net. He got tied up by Italien. Back to Kurchenko. Fontaine. Fontaine can't get it to the net. Back to Kurchenko. Patterson crashes the net. He'll get back up. Here's Fontaine. That's blocked by Italien.
Italien has no stick either.
He's out there with no stick right now. Kurchenko. Here's Phil. Over the Fontaine. Fontaine. Back to Kurchenko. Kurchenko to Phil. Phil takes his time here. He'll survey, waiting. Palinchuk. Great save there by Gravel. Oh, baby, are you kidding me? Not in your life did you see a save like that.
Alexi Gravel. Leather larceny. Alberta with a good setup here on the power play. Smartly, because Italien has no stick, they throw the puck through his legs. And this is Palinchuk, one of the best players for the Alberta Golden Bears, and he gets absolutely stymied by Alexi Gravel.
My goodness, that might be the save of the year anywhere in this country.
50th shot of the game for Alberta.
In this situation, biggest moment, Gravel with a huge save. 50 seconds now remaining in the power play. Here's Florchuk. He'll bring it over the line. He'll put on the brakes. He'll send it back to Davison. Rocock send it to the net. Puck's loose. Hayden, couple whacks there. Feverishly trying to get it out. Now the Patriots. Rocock will play it down to Florchuk. There's Davison. He'll walk the line. He'll send it in. That's redirected. Almost fooled Gravel. One-timer, that's blocked. Puck's loose. Here's Florchuk. Trying to send it over to Frederick. He's knocked down by Philippe Cote. He'll send it down the ice.
What an effort for Trois-Rivières on this penalty kill, as they're just sacrificing the body.
Florchuk to Davison. Back to Florchuk. And we're back to 5-on-5 as Lauzon is back on the ice. Lauzon. He'll send it to the neutral zone. Davison, he'll bring it over the line. He'll wait. Davison waiting. Davison, he'll play it down low to Prizu. He'll spin away from Boivin. Leaves it there for Hughes. Hughes will flip it, and he'll flip it out of play. I'm not sure if Hood got a stick on it. So line change here for the Patriots.
Well, the hockey gods are certainly smiling down on the valley right now, aren't they? We had overtime earlier today in the bronze medal game. We got ourselves a barn burner here as Marc-Etienne Hubert. He is as ice cold as he comes on the bench. He's not sweating it.
He's been here before.
He knows the drill.
Hughes wins the draw, back to Plouffe. There's Plouffe now. Quickly over to Volkin. Volkin will bring it through the neutral zone. He'll shoot it in. Noel will send it up and out. Here's Martel. Martel can't gather. Good stick in there by Plouffe to send him back the other way. Martel on the forecheck. Plouffe He'll send it over to Vulcan. Vulcan will try to get around Levellier, and he is jammed into the boards. And back the other way come the Patriots. Martel will flip it through the neutral zone. He'll go off on a change. Kurchenko up to Phil. Noah Phil. He'll leave it to for Kurchenko. And that goes wide. And Boucher will get there. Phil. Boucher trying to move it along. Phil gets it back. Levain will send it through the neutral zone, and Kurchenko try to send it back down in. And that shot whistled wide as Levain try to put it on net. Levain, they'll send it around to Bergeron. Bergeron now. They'll play it up to Levain. Levain will bring it over the line. He'll get it knocked off of his stick, and Davison will quickly move it up to Hayden. Here's Gary Hayden. He'll bring it over the line. Gary Hayden waits. Tried to use the screen of Boivin. Couldn't get it to the net. And Prokop overskated the puck. He'll try to walk out in front. And Gravel hangs on for the faceoff.
Well, ever since that power play, Alberta has really controlled the pace of play here in the overtime. And they're certainly in search of that win.
4:24 remaining in overtime. Tied up here in this gold medal game, 4-apiece. Good look at the Golden Bear bench. Ian Herbers does not look concerned. He knows what his club can do.
Well, he's been here before. And really, ever since the back end of the third period, Alberta has really come alive after being hemmed in for quite some time.
Here's Plouffe. The shooting's knocked down by Lepage. He'll send it down the length of the ice, and they'll have to do it all over again.
Riviere stuck with the same lines that they had out. Cannot change on the icing.
So the Golden Bears will stick with this line here, as Patterson will take the draw. Got Ryuzo out there with them, along with Vulcan and Plouffe and L'Uqtr in the back end. And Gravel will hold on. And let's see if the Patriots will make a line change here. No, they'll stay with it.
Doesn't look like it.
They'll wait for the Golden Bears to make a change, and they do. As this #1 line hops over the boards, Fontaine.
Yeah, I suspect we'll see a lot of them.
And Pollinchuk.
They've been dynamite tonight.
Plouffe and L'Uqtr will stay out there. Patriots win the draw. Good, he'll send it through. That's over the stick of L'Uqtr, and that'll be an icing call.
That's why Riviere is saying that that was touched by a Golden Bear at center. And they're having an animated discussion with the official. The players on the bench are, at least.
3 straight face-offs here for the Patriots, playing with fire to the left of Gravel.
Yeah, they got to be really putting emphasis on winning draws here.
Phil, he'll win the draw, try to chase after it. Chagnon will send it out. He'll go to the bench. LaFrance will stay out there. Here's Phil. He'll try to find Fontaine. Phil, back to Plouffe at the point. Down low to Fontaine. Fontaine behind the net. Out front. Pollinchuk trying to fight off Levellier. Couldn't get enough on it to get it to the net. Knocked down by Phil. Hood, he'll steal the puck. He'll come back the other way. LaFrance can't gather it. Pollinchuk, that goes over his stick. Levellier up to Martel. There's Jordan Martel. He'll shovel it in. And Levain will leave it there for Noel. Martel. Levain walks out in front. He's denied. There's Levellier. Martel try to get a stick on the end of that pass. Martel now will cycle it down to Levain. Between the legs, he tried to center it, and that's kicked into the corner by Davidson. Levain ties up Prokop. Here's Cote. He'll spin away. Cote to Levain. That's on his skate. Can't gather on his stick. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Back the other way. Prokop. And that shot got all the way through. It almost fooled Gravel. Florchuk sets up. Great save there by Gravel.
He's in the zone. He is in a zone tonight.
That's Florchuk. Had an opportunity in the slot all alone, walked up. He couldn't beat Gravel. Davidson put it in. Tessier trying to get it out. Levelier puts it off the glass. He'll throw it through the neutral zone. Boucher, he'll chase after it. Tessier, he overskates the puck. Back the other way comes Volkin. Here's Gary Volkin. He breaks in. Volkin, toe drag, and that's off the leg of Boivin. Krashenko down low. To Patterson, he'll try to send it out front, and that's picked off by Boivin. Boivin up to Boucher. Boucher now, he'll flip it in, and he'll chase after it. Krashenko, he'll cycle it over to Frederick. Frederick up the wall, and that'll go directly on net, and Gravel will handle it, and he'll leave it there for Boivin. Bergeron now. He'll come through the neutral zone. Bergeron over to Loizon. Loizon plays it back to Italien. Italien will play it back to nobody. As Noel will go get it. And Philp will stare him down. Philp gets a stick on it. Fontaine trying to keep it in. France, he'll cover up. He'll send it quickly over to Levelier. Levelier, and that's tipped along by Levin. Stretch past to Palinchuk. Palinchuk couldn't handle the first touch. And Noel sends it off his stick, and that'll play. So 1:01 remaining here in the first overtime. And they're playing between the neutral zone. Each team are doing a good job of keeping him away from the net and having those shooting lanes for both of these goalies.
Hasn't been many dangerous chances, at least of late, and always good to remember, good to note that this is a continuous overtime after this intermission if we make it through the next minute without a goal.
Levelier. He'll cycle it over to Noel. Back to Levelier. Levelier, he'll send it through the neutral zone. Touched up by Prokop. Noel now.
The puck's bouncing out there like a bouncy ball.
He'll send it to the neutral zone, picked off by Krashenko. Here comes Florchuk. Florchuk to the net. Florchuk, weak shot. Tried to fool Gravel, but Gravel was able to kick out the right pad. Here's Krashenko now. 20 seconds remaining in the first overtime. Florchuk over to Krashenko. Volkin. Volkin, he's disrupted there by Italien. Levelier to Italien. 5 seconds now remaining. Levelier, dangerous play. And Levelier gets it back, and he'll send it around the boards. And there's the buzzer. So we'll step aside. Both of these goalies playing an outstanding hockey game. There's Taz Berman, there's Gravel. We're back. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
Behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. The nominees for the 2022 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year and the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award are... Voici les candidats pour le prix commémoratif du Père George Kehoe en tant que l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Chris Donnelly, Dalhousie University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Mike McParland, Nipissing University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Bert Gilling, Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du prix commémoratif du Père George Kehoe en tant que l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport est... The winner of the 2022 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year and the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award is... Chris Donnelly, Dalhousie University. The nominees for the Defenseman of the Year are... Voici les candidats pour le défenseur de l'année U Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Justin McPherson, St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nicholas Matanin, Université d'Ottawa, University of Ottawa. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Clayton Kershenko, University of Alberta. Le défenseur de l'année est... The U Sports Defenseman of the Year is... Nicholas Matanin, l'Université d'Ottawa, University of Ottawa. The nominees for the Goaltender of the Year are... Voici les candidats pour le gardien de l'année U Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Riley Pickard, Dalhousie University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Luke Richardson, Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Ryland Toth, UBC. Le gardien de l'année est... The U Sports Goaltender of the Year is... Ryland Toth, University of British Columbia. The nominees for the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U Sports Outstanding Men's Hockey Player of the Year are... En nomination pour le trophée du sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan comme athlète de l'année en hockey masculin U Sport, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, St. Francis Xavier University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nicholas Matanin, Université d'Ottawa, University of Ottawa. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne and from Canada West, Nolan Uremko, Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan décerné aux joueurs de l'année en hockey masculin U Sport est... The winner of the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U Sports Player of the Year in men's hockey is... Nolan Uremko, Mount Royal University. The nominees for the Dr. Randy Gregg Award to the student who excels in hockey, academics, and community involvement are... Les candidats pour le prix Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'excellence dans le hockey, les études et l'engagement communautaire sont... Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matt Welsh, St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Kyle Bowlers, Rams Athletics. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Keaton Jameson, University of Manitoba. Le lauréat du prix Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'engagement communautaire est the winner of the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for Community Service is Kyle Bowlers, Rams Athletics. The nominees for the Claire Drake Trophy as the Rookie of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée Claire Drake comme recrue de l'année, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, St. Francis Xavier University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Holden Katzelay, Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Riley Sawchuk, Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée Claire Drake en tant que recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est, the winner of the Claire Drake Trophy as the U-Sports Rookie of the Year is, Liam Howell, St. Francis Xavier University.
Kitchen is a restaurant. Fish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Le sacrifice que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Welcome back to Wolfville, Nova Scotia, and the marathon continues. Here are the numbers after 70 minutes.
Well, if you look at these numbers, it just tells you how good Alexei Gravel has been tonight, having to deal with 55 shots on goal, and he's made 49 stops. He's been absolutely, or 51 stops, I should say. He's been absolutely tremendous, and ultimately that's been the story of this hockey game, is just how good the goaltending has been. Taz Berman's been good as well, but Alexei Gravel has been the better of the two. Second overtime period coming up after the break. You're watching the 2022 U Sports Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC.
this season. Catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliant. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University Sport.
Every kitchen is a restaurant. Ish. With Cavendish Farms restaurant-style fries.
Avec les frites Restaurant Style de Cavendish, c'est pas compliqué de transformer votre cuisine en resto.
A lot of schools will ask you where you want to be after university. We think it's more important to understand what you want to be, which is why at Acadia University, we don't produce graduates. We develop people. People that are confident in themselves, grounded in their communities, and empowered by leading knowledge and practices. There's no telling where your studies at Acadia will take you, but we know that you'll be ready. Acadia University, like nowhere else.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. This period is brought to you by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms fries. Cette période-là qui est une présentation des fermes Cavendish. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec des frites les fermes Cavendish.
Welcome back to Woodville, Nova Scotia, and we are headed to overtime. The Golden Bears 4, the Patriots 4. 9 University Cups have been decided in overtime in 58 seasons of the national championships. The last time it was decided in OT was in 2012-13 when McGill claimed their first championship with a 4-3 win over Western in Fredericton, New Brunswick. 5 of them of the 9 have been decided in the first OT, 3 of them in double OT, 1 in triple overtime, and the longest game, you'll be surprised, you won't, Drew, the longest game was between Western and these Patriots. It went 43 minutes and 17 seconds of overtime, and Stacy Bristone ended it for the Mustangs for their first title. So lots of history. We might be here a while. Alongside Drew McConnell, Vince Williams on hand here at the Andrew H. McCain Arena, and double T's underway.
And not a person has left this building. They're all staying here to watch this overtime. They understand the importance of this hockey game.
And look out, it might end right here. Here's Phil. Phil will bring it in. Back to Polonchuk. Great back check there by Italien. Kershenko walks up. Great save. Gravel. Puck's loose. Sent back to the line. Davison able to keep it in. First best chance there for the Golden Bears. What a difference. A clean sheet of ice makes.
Absolutely. That puck goes a little quicker.
Bergeron can't get it to the net. Here's Phil. Phil will bring it over the line. Phil, he'll wait. He'll put on the brakes. Phil, he'll walk up. Phil, short side, and Phil try to hold on to it.
Tried to
Spills out. Here's Lauzon.
Sorry, Phil tried to catch Gravel cheating a little bit, but Gravel got back to his post just in time.
Boivin. He'll send it over to Bergeron. Stretch pass, touched up by Philippe Cote. He'll give chase. That's rattled off the boards and down the other end. And Hood will chase after it. Here's Hood. He'll play it over to Bergeron. Bergeron stolen by Hayden. Hayden now turns the other way. Prokop try to get it to the net. That's knocked down by Bergeron. And now the Patriots will come back the other way. Tessier, he'll lug it over and bring it over to the line. Tessier, that center attempt knocked down. And Prokop took a couple swings at it to try to get it out. He'll flip it down through the neutral zone where Hayden will gather it. Hayden, he'll drive the net. Good stick in there by Hood and sends him away from the net. Lepage, he'll get away from that check by Prizu. Prizu sink down. Lepage got no stick right now. There's Florchuk. Back to the point. Davison, he'll walk the line. Back to Florchuk. Florchuk through traffic. Hey, Volkan get his stick on it, but he couldn't get it to the net. Volkan. There's Volkan. He'll step out and he'll whistle that through the blue paint. And that'll go down the length of the ice, and Davison will retrieve it.
Another broken stick on that play. Patriots were fortunate.
Patterson now. He'll try to walk up. Coming late. Volkan! Couldn't get it on net. He whistled that one on the blocker side. He had Gravel moving to his right. Volkan got it caught in his skates, and Gravel will hold on desperately. But what a chance by Nolan Volkan. He had the ending on his stick.
He had the national championship right on his stick right here. Gets the shot, and oh, he just misses the net. And that'll be one he'll be thinking about for a little bit. What an opportunity.
He tried to go blocker side, Drew, and I'm not sure what the key is up to this point to beating Alexei Gravel. He is determined to steal this championship and help his team win it.
Well, as is usually the case when these games go in long overtime, it's typically a fluky goal that takes a bizarre bounce off an ankle, off a skate, or something to that effect. So you got to get players in the crease crashing and banging and making life difficult for Gravel.
Gagnon will send it through to Lauzon. Lauzon will throw it on net, try to surprise Berman. The Taz is having nothing of it, and he'll snare that out of the sky, and he'll hold on for the face-off.
That puck was going wide, but I think Berman was very wise to just glove it, because you never know with these boards. You don't want to let the puck hit the board and then bounce out, and who knows whose stick it'll land on.
It's a strategy.
It absolutely is a strategy.
It's absolutely a strategy, and these goaltenders are told, if you can catch it, please. Do not let it bounce off the boards. Here's Prokop. He'll flip it through the neutral zone. It's knocked down by Bergeron. He'll get away from Hayden, send it over to Boivin. Up to Martel. He'll chip it in. And it looked like Martel was able to gain the center line. And an icing call, and Martel, he's protesting, and I think he might have a case.
It was certainly a bit of a late whistle there on that icing call, if nothing else. Trois-Rivières unhappy with that call. But the faceoff will come back into their zone to the left of Alexis Gravel.
They just got to be careful here. This Golden Bears team has a lethal set play off the faceoff. They've already scored one in this hockey game. Davidson tried to get it through, knocked down, and got it all the way through. Gravel came up with the save. Korshenko, he'll send it in. Palinchuk, he'll try to drive the net, wrap around, and Gravel kicks it out. So Palinchuk tried to do all the heavy lifting. Palinchuk will give chase. That's moved along by Philippe Cote. Boivin will shoot it in. And once again, Berman will hold on and will quickly move it to Korshenko. Korshenko. That's played through by Hughes. Ladigan. He'll send it in. There's Lepage. Page now as Ladigan will go off along with Hughes. Boken and Patterson along with Prizo are back out there. Lacusta, he'll steal it. Audible chasing it. Step back, look out, breakaway. Tessier shoots, great save there. Berman, a couple saves. Larceny as Taz Berman does it. And he says to Gravel, if you can do it, I can do it too.
I was just about to say, if anything you can do, I can do better. Taz Berman addition.
Levine, he'll shoot it on net. That's steered behind the net, sent back to the point to Noel. Tessier had to break away the golden goal on his stick. Couldn't beat Taz Berman. What a hockey game we got going on. My goodness. Chance after chance for both of these teams. Lavine, one-timer! And Levelier with the heaviest shot in the rink. And Berman able to make the save. Here's the Golden Bears chance. Plouffe. He'll come back the other way. Plouffe's. That's over to Palinchuk. Palinchuk, he'll try to get away from Levelier, and he got boarded. Wallpaper. Korshenko, he'll step up. Palinchuk back up to his skates. He'll center it, and that was tipped by Phil, and Gravel will make the save. My goodness, what a save.
Taz Berman hasn't been tested a lot in the last 20 minutes or so, but in alone, Tessier and Berman comes up with an unbelievable blocker save. And this could have been it right here. Tessier in all alone. He's got time, he's got space. And Taz Berman outweights him and makes a tremendous save. Easily the best save he's had to make in this hockey game.
Ice water in their veins, both of these goaltenders. Nerves of steel. Davidson to the net. That's knocked down at the line by Chaillon.
Gravel has now faced 61 shots.
Here's Phil. Phil trying to get away from Bergeron. Boivin. Boivin, he'll turn it over. Phil trying to fight off Bergeron. He's dumped. Dug out by Chaillon. He'll clear the zone. And Korshenko will quickly send it over to Davidson. He'll send it right back in. Golden Bears will make a full line change. Korshenko will stay out there. He's joined by Frederick. There's Boivin. He'll send it off the glass and through the neutral zone, and it went into the Golden Bears bench. And we'll have a face-off.
And we can all exhale.
Yes, I was supposed to say that. Breathe. Breathe. If you're just joining us here on CBC, 13:47 remaining in the double overtime. We got here with some fantastic hockey between the #1 team, the Golden Bears, and the #3 team in the nation, the Patriots. And it has been absolute spectacular.
This has been unbelievable hockey. And, you know, both of these teams, regardless of the outcome, tremendous amount of respect for both of these clubs. They have battled all night long.
Vorchak, he'll send it down low. Took a tricky bounce, but Gravel able to make the save. Shout out to Universal Media for providing all these great sights and sounds all week long into this gold medal game. 8 games here in Wolfville, Nova Scotia at the Andrew H. McCain Arena. Great host, the Acadia Axemen. And the crowds have been big, they've been proud, and they've been loud, Drew.
Absolutely, it's just been a wonderful atmosphere all 4 days here in Wolfville.
Davidson, and almost tricked Gravel. He tried to catch it. Tessier now. He'll bring it from behind the net. Tessier will bring it through the neutral zone. That's touched up by LaFrance. He'll chase after it. Krashenko, he'll send it up the wall and out. Noel, he'll try to send it right back in. And Peruzzo will come in. He'll cut down the right side. Look out, he sidesteps that check from Noel. Noel now. Hughes has it. Back to the point. Krashenko fakes the shot, sends it through, and Gravel comes up with the save.
Well, that's the right idea if you're Alberta. They had a man right on top of Gravel, and a good save there as he was able to track that through traffic. And here's just a little sampling of Alex Gravel's work here tonight. He has been an absolute marvel to watch. This was when they were down 4-2 to Trois-Rivières, and he came up with some gigantic saves that kept them in this game, and he has made 61 saves in this hockey game. And Alexis Gravel continues to stand on his head.
Shot in there by Fontaine. Touched along by Philp. Davidson trying to hem it in. That's kicked out and played out by Italien. There's Dawson Davidson. Over to the captain, Krashenko. Back to Davidson. Davidson now will play it up to Philp. Philp kicked it along. Fontaine ahead of the play. He'll have to tag up. It's stolen by Chagnon. Boucher, he'll give chase. Boucher's rubbed off the puck by Davidson. Philp, he'll flip it through the neutral zone. Took a tricky bounce. And Fontaine was there, and I'm not sure where that and why that whistle came. Maybe it was an offside, but nevertheless, it's whistled down.
Must have been. I can't imagine it being an icing call, considering Fontaine had inside position.
Split crew
tonight, look at this. Let's take a look at this play here. Chips it ahead. I don't know about that. That's a interesting play. But I believe it's going to be an icing call, is what the call was. So
back the other way. Here comes Polonchuk. Grayson Polonchuk drives the net. That's wide as Hood was able to get a stick on it. Hood, he'll play it off him and up to Hood from Lauzon. Hood, he'll put on the brakes. Back to Lauzon. Hood sends it over. Lepage steps in. Lepage walks. Can't get to the net. And Martel will play it back to Hood.
How about Florchuk getting down there, and that's a great block by him. And he's feeling it still as he's laboring on the way to the bench.
Hood now. He'll survey. He'll send it up to Tessier. Turned over. Tessier brings down Patterson, but Prokop picks it up. He'll wire it off the glass. And Lepage will try to get it out. LaFrance help. Here comes Lepage. Lepage. That's knocked off his stick by Patterson. Volcan. He puts on the brakes, spins away. Prokop. Prokop now. He'll play it back to Krashenko. He can't knock it down. He'll have to reset. Poof. Back to Krashenko. Quickly through the zone. It comes Uzo. Uzo leaves it there for Volcan, and a great save there again by Gravel. Almost coming up to 80 minutes of hockey, Drew.
80 minutes of hockey, and these two teams just continue to go. Preciso makes his way in, drops it off, a good shot on goal, but once again, Alexis Gravel eats it up like the Cookie Monster eats cookies.
64
and that's just
shots.
what he does.
Man, we've been at it so long, we're coming up with all kinds of different cliches.
You got to wonder, though, at some point, with all these pucks that he's been facing, if fatigue is going to start to set in, that might be to Alberta's advantage.
Another icing call here on the Patriots, and they'll have to do it all over again. And face-offs have been very important in this hockey game. None more important right now in front of Gravel.
Rob Riviere has actually got the advantage in the face-off department here tonight, 44-38. So that is something that they have bested the Golden Bears on this evening.
Golden Bears win this one. Phil fighting for it, can't keep it in. Oh, turnover. Polachuk almost filled. Ooh, Gravel. There's Phil. He'll spin away, trying to bring it out in front. Grayson Polachuk now. Back to Kershenko. Dawson Davison. He'll play it down low. Noah Philp. Back to Kershenko. Quickly over to Davison. That's knocked down by Chaillon. Back to Davidson at the point. Davidson walking up. Gets it all the ways through. And Gravel once again will hold on for the face-off. Just some tired legs out there right now, Drew.
Alex Gravel once again just continuing. Polachuk almost fooled him though here on this one. Just kind of lobbed it in. And Gravel a little late to react to it, but he got his frame in front of the puck, so he was able to keep it out. You know you're playing well when you don't even see a shot coming at you, but you still stop it.
Plouffe off the draw. Plouffe falls, throws it into the end of the Patriots, and that was a smart play. Although it drew the whistle, Plouffe, dangerous play, tried to keep it in. He slipped, and in desperation, he was able to bat it into the Patriot zone and draw that whistle. If not, they were going back the other way, probably on a 2-on-none to try to ice this game.
Better to have a neutral zone face-off than to have a 2-on-0 rush against. So yeah, very smart play by Plouffe.
Don't want to lose the championship game on that kind of play. Here's Volkin. Volkin will shoot it in. Hughes will give chase. Chip through. Here comes Lauzon. Philippe Cote. Helped along by Bergeron. Lauzon trying to play it back to Bergeron. Lauzon stick handling in the phone booth. Down low to Philippe Cote. He's rubbed out along the wall by Plouffe. Lauzon. Bergeron. Spins away from Hughes. Bergeron. Bergeron to the net. Puck is loose. And Bergeron steals it from Parisot. And Parisot sent down Bergeron, much to the chagrin of the Patriot bench. They thought there was a penalty there, and they might have a case.
Referees have put the whistles away in this overtime period, as is generally the case. And, you know, we've seen a few plays here and there for both squads that you'd think maybe in this were the second period, it probably would have ended up in a power play for one team or another. But you're pretty much going to have to whack somebody in the face with your stick if you want to get penalized.
To quote the great Rick Jenneret, call a cop, call a cop.
That's right.
LaFrance, he'll knock it down, try to play it through. Volkin, he'll shoot it down low. Gravel, he'll leave it there. Noel plays it up to Levain. Levain, the captain, he's rubbed out. Tessier, he'll spin away from Davidson. He'll draw two. Can't keep it, and Kershenko will send it through the neutral zone. Here's Hayden with Florchuk. Hayden waits. Back to Davison. Davison looking for the redirect. Couldn't get it all the way to the net, and that's knocked down. Still kept in there. Tricky bounce! Now a couple whacks there right on the doorstep. It hopped over the stick of Hayden. Back the other way, look out. Here comes LaFrance. Breaks in. Berman with a great save. He got a piece of it.
Oh, overtime hockey. There's nothing better. Great chances at both sides.
Davidson now. He'll shovel it back to Kershenko. Kershenko waits. The Italien will steer him down. Davidson to Matt Fontaine. He'll tip it ahead, looking for Polachuk. Hood will get there first. Hood, he's rubbed out hard by Polachuk.
But he bounces right back up.
Puck's loose at front. Palinchuk can't get a stick on it. Back to L'Uqtr. L'Uqtr uses the boards, trying to get that bounce out in front. And Fontaine sent in. Lepage. Phil, he'll steal the puck. Here's Noah Phil. Waits. Phil fires. And Fontaine had a couple whacks there. And Gravel makes another save.
Well, we saw a couple of great chances here. Eric Florchuk right in front of Alexei Gravel. He's going to get this chance right here, and taking a whack at it at the side of the net is Hayden. And then just a moment later, here comes a great chance in front, and that's a great save there by Berman as Simon Lafrance came in on a breakaway. The second breakaway for Trois-Rivières in this overtime. Taz Berman's been fantastic.
If it goes the other way for the Patriots, it will haunt Lafrance and Tessier, I would say, for the rest of their lives. They had a breakaway, the golden goal, on their tape.
65 saves that Alexei Gravel has posted here tonight.
Another face-off to the right of Gravel. Scramble. That hops over the stick of Krashenko. Here's Volkin. Nolan Volkin trying to get around Boivin. Patterson back to Davidson. Davidson throws it to the net. Good stick in there by Boivin as he batted it out of the sky to clear the zone.
It just kind of feels like it's going to be one of those types of plays that's going to end up with the winner. Is that puck going through? It's going to take a bounce one of these times, one would think, on whichever net it ends up being.
Here's Bergeron. Up to Chaillon. Chaillon cross ice. Over to Lafrance. Lafrance dancing. Couldn't get around Davidson as he was able to get away from Krashenko. Krashenko takes a hard check into the boards by Lafrance. Prokop, cross ice now. Davidson centers it. That goes through the blue paint. Hayden will play it down low. Palinchuk, that hops over his stick. Noel tries to clear the zone. And here comes Savon for Lafrance. Levain. Lafrance stays on line. Levain driving the net. Lafrance shoots, he scores! It's over! It's over! Lafrance has won it for the Patriots, and they have done it in double overtime! UQTR has did the unthinkable! They have shocked the world, and they beat the Golden Bears!
The Patriots, after being down by 2 goals on 3 different occasions tonight, and including a 4-2 deficit in the 3rd period, they score 2 to tie. They come back. Alexei Gravel does everything in his power to keep them in this game, and that is the reward. Gentlemen, you get to take a gold medal back to Trois-Rivières after vanquishing the juggernaut known as the University of Alberta Golden Bears. And hugs all around for Gravel, and here's a look at it. Driving wide on the play, Lavigne takes it to the net, and it's one of those simple plays. Taz Berman makes the initial stop, and right on the doorstep, it is put into the net by Lafrance. Lafrance, after having that breakaway you talked about, was he going to see that in his nightmares going forward? No, no, no. Those nightmares are now dreams that he will be able to take for the rest of his life, knowing that he has given Trois-Rivières a national championship against the team that nobody thought could be beaten.
My goodness, the hero once again, Lafrance. He did it in the Queen's Cup, and he does it on the biggest stage. He left all the heroics for the biggest moment, scoring the golden goal for the Patriots.
Just a remarkable comeback win for this team that barely got by the UBC Thunderbirds in the quarterfinals. It took them overtime then to get a big double overtime to get past UBC.
50-plus shots to beat Ryland Toth.
And here we go again. You know, they bookend their tournament with double OT victories. None bigger, of course, than this one here. And what an unbelievable hockey game. We've got national champions. As here's a look at it once again. Lavigne comes in, he makes the play happen. And LaFrance right there. Frederick didn't take him. LaFrance had a stick on the ice. And he pots it in past Taz Berman. Nothing Berman could do there. And as you see, just absolute jubilation for the men dressed in orange, green, and black.
They will remember this for the rest of their lives. And I tell you, Alexis Gravel, free dinners for life in Trois-Rivières. 69 shots he faced tonight in double overtime to preserve the victory. They were down and out in that second period. I mean, they were getting dominated, and Gravel came with save after save after save to keep them in striking distance.
Yeah, Alexis Gravel was the best player on either team tonight, and he absolutely deserves this national championship because he was just lights out exceptional. It just seemed like once the fourth goal went in, he made a conscious decision to say, you know what, nothing else is getting past me tonight. I'm going to give these guys a chance to win, and he did that. And you know, to the credit to the rest of the team, they fought back. They fought back in that third period. They fought through overtime. They sacrificed the body. And Alberta, on the other hand, you got to give those guys tons and tons of credit. They did everything. They did everything but win.
Possibly do. Yep.
What else could they have done?
You can't fault them. And the trophy, the David Johnston University Cup, making his appearance, and that's what they fought for all week long. It came down to this Covenant trophy. You can see there's a spot there waiting for the Patriots.
You know, the last 2 years, that trophy was not awarded because of the pandemic, but I think we more than made up for it this year with one of the best national tournaments that I have ever seen, and perhaps the best gold medal game any of us have ever seen.
Hey, it's up there. It is up there. There's been a few of them, as this was the 10th overtime decided at the national stage. Nike player of the game, as you can see, giving out LaFrance.
Noah
That's
Philp.
a Cole. That's a Cole, I'd say, Nike player of the game. Him and Gravel deserve it equally. And Noah Philp, equally right, had a huge hockey game. He was great tonight, Drew.
And what else could you say about Noah Philp? He was an absolute superstar for the Alberta Golden Bears in this tournament. That top line with him and Palinchuk, as well as Matt Fontaine, they just unbelievable all tournament long. And they were the ones who got the goals tonight.
Huge. 27 different teams have claimed the national championship, have played in the final. 17, excuse me. Different teams have won the national championship. And the Patriots claiming their 5th David Johnston University Cup. Huge win tonight for that program.
Just an unbelievable 4 days of hockey here in Wolfville. And what we're seeing right now is the greatest example of the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
You gotta believe it. It's on full display, and like you said,
and you know what though, Alberta,
these teams shouldn't, nothing to hang their head over.
Absolutely not. They get to take a silver home back to Edmonton. I know that's a bit of a consolation prize for these guys because they are so good every single year. They cruise to a Canada West Championship. #1 ranked team in Canada coming into this tournament. Everybody thought that they were going to be the team to beat.
And they would run through the competition. It looked that way in the first few games. So we'll send it over to my colleague Pierre Boudreau, who's standing by with Simone LaFrance.
Au niveau de la patinoire, le numéro 13, Simon Lafrance, auteur du but gagnant pour son équipe. Simon, premièrement, félicitations pour toute une victoire pour les Patriotes.
Merci beaucoup, c'est gentil. Que je sais pas vraiment quoi te dire en ce moment. C'est les émotions qui parlent, je vais te dire ben honnêtement. Fait que, on l'a fait, on perdait 4-2, puis on est sorti 5-4.
C'est les émotions qu'on veut entendre. Simon, raconte-moi, tu as reçu la rondelle devant le filet. En ligne la rondelle dans la cage de Taz Berman. Lorsque tu cours vers le coin de la patinoire, tu te fais rassembler par tes coéquipiers. Qu'est-ce qui passe à travers ta tête?
Ah, écoute, c'est la célébration. Les émotions sont montées tout de suite. Ce groupe-là, ça fait 3 ans que j'étais à Trois-Rivières avec eux autres. C'est l'émotion qui est sortie. Je vais être honnête avec toi, je me suis mis à broyer.
C'est parfait. On aime ces larmes de joie-là. Et dis-moi, Simon, pour combien de temps Alexis Gravel n'aura pas besoin de payer pour son souper au sein de votre équipe?
Écoute, tu demanderas, je pense que c'est le prochain à l'entrevue, mais écoute, il a été exceptionnel du début à la fin du tournoi. Il nous a donné une chance de gagner. Depuis qu'il est arrivé, là, il a commencé l'année dans East Coast, là, il était avec nous autres. Puis je pense qu'à chaque game qu'il a joué, il nous donnait une chance de gagner. Puis là, il s'en vient.
Et ce qu'on veut savoir, Simon, à quoi vont ressembler les célébrations pour les Patriotes de l'Uqtr au courant des prochaines journées?
Écoute, là, on va essayer d'aller profiter de ça dans la chambre. Puis c'est sûr qu'à soir, on va célébrer comme il faut. Là. Je ne sais pas si demain, on retourne en avion ou en autobus, mais peu importe ce qui arrive, on va célébrer ça à Trois-Rivières la semaine prochaine, c'est sûr, à 100 %.
Je vous souhaite des bonnes célébrations ce soir et j'espère que le voyage de retour à Trois-Rivières demain ne va pas être trop difficile pour vous. Félicitations, Simon.
Merci beaucoup.
That was Simon Lafrance, able to get the game winner.
He's got to be, you can tell he is just on cloud 9 right now.
Boy, what a hockey game he played. His old teammates, I mean, they were down 2 goals twice, Drew. Twice. They could have folded.
3 times, I believe. At least twice, if not 3.
Twice for
this
sure.
hockey's games have been going on a long time.
So many minutes have been going on a very long time. We're in double OT, close to 90 minutes of hockey being played here tonight. And whatever the case may be, they came back and they were able to overcome that mountain, as you said, that summit. And that summit was huge this evening, but it didn't deter them. They kept the course, and they just kept battling and battling and battling.
Yeah, just an unbelievable, just great determination, grit, hard work. You saw in the penalty kills earlier in the game, just throwing the body down, making big blocks, throwing big hits, doing whatever it takes, you know, shift after shift. And I know it's cliche after cliche, but it's...
Can't run out of them. Can't run out of any of them because they all can tell the story of this hockey game. It just was an unbelievable hockey game here. If you missed it, you missed the treat because it was outstanding. These two teams put it all on the line, and they left nothing here at the Andrew H. McCain Arena.
And a nice round of applause for the Alberta Golden Bears as they leave the ice for the championship ceremony to be presented to Trois-Rivières.
Now they'll get that cup.
I know it stings now, but these will be lessons learned and things to be put in the bank for next year. See how close you came. See if they can do it next year.
Well earned. This team was determined to prove to the country that they are worthy to be here first and they are worthy to win it in the end.
And they proved
Captain there,
themselves.
Levain, he started it.
Yep.
He did the heavy lifting.
Backup goaltender.
Lepage there, Bergeron.
Lepage.
Levelier, Marconi, they're all coming
What a tournament for Justin Bergeron.
Yes, he had a great tournament, you're right.
One of the real bright spots on this team, the play of Justin Bergeron on the back end. You know, we got a chance to see these guys yesterday a little bit after their game, and they were surprisingly just really loose. You know, they were walking around, they were joking, they were jocular and having a good time. And, you know, this, you got the real sense that this is a very tight-knit group. And, you know, they laid it out all on the line today for one another.
Opportunity, that's all they needed. Just an opportunity to play in this gold medal game. And like I said, they proved that they belong, and they proved that they should have won the championship, and they did.
Alexis Gravel, what an unbelievable story.
Pure jubilance right now. Just jubilance. The smiles on their faces, you'll never take it off their faces.
Cote, number 10. What a game he had. He was just a skating bowling ball, basically, just rolling over everybody.
He's not a big guy either.
No, he's not, but he's, you know, 6'1", big enough.
Well, he knows his job.
He knows what he's out there to do.
I think he looks a little bit smaller than what he's listed. But nevertheless, he played that, you know, physical game, and he won a Memorial Cup.
Yep.
With Ruan Noranda back in 2019. So he knows what it's like to play on the biggest stage and how you should play on that stage.
Well, he's got some success on the ice in Nova Scotia, of course. The 2019 Memorial Cup was held in Halifax.
Absolutely.
Which is interesting. Which is interesting, really, because when you think about it, you know, Alexis Gravel was playing for the Mooseheads. So, right. So now they get to celebrate a championship together on the same ice.
Hey, they'll never forget it. They'll never forget it. Everybody, I think, walking around this building all week through, all the talk were the Golden Bears, right?
Yep.
I think folks forgot about these guys, the OUA champions, and how hard they fought to get here and how tough of a league the OUA is to win.
And there you go. You know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's the culmination of an entire year's worth of hard work.
Captain hoisting it. Everybody will get a kiss of that bad boy.
Yep. Everyone gonna get a little chance to skate around with that trophy.
Levolier.
What a heavy shot he's got.
Oh my goodness, you gotta believe it. Hood, he was strong in the back end.
Yes, he was. Matthew Boucher.
Yeah, Boucher. So, overtime winners, the Patriots, as you can see, they get it done. They beat the Golden Bears 5-4. So, for my broadcast partner, Drew McConnell, and my producer, Ed Milliken, and the crew of Universum, what a great tournament it was here in Wolfville. I'm Vince Williams saying thank you for watching the 2022 Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC. Good night, and so long from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. We'll see you next year in Charlottetown. Congratulations to the Patriots, and we are out, Drew. We are out.
U Sports on CBC. Brought to you in part by les championnats U Sport. Vous êtes présenté par the Government of Canada, le gouvernement du Canada. Barron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues des championnats U Sport. Nike Team, just do it. Faites-le. Veriburn, medical supply partner of varsity athletics since 1979. Partenaire de sport universitaire depuis 1979. Fox 40, celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport depuis 10 ans. Cavendish Farms, les fermes Cavendish. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms fries. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec les frites fermes Cavendish.